Alrighty. How we doing tonight, everybody? Where am I? So, as always, we'll take a few minutes here, let people show up before we start tours. Hope everybody's having a great night. Let all the notifications go through. Last minute here, helping a couple people get their bases shared and stuff. Twitch is being stupid? I don't know. No channel points for you. Did you break my stream loops again? Oh, it's just you. I don't know what to tell you. I have it turned off, but we're not gonna do stream loots on Tour Tuesdays. Welcome in, Darkus. How's it going? Yeah, I do. If anyone wants to check out stream loots for future streams, it is up and running. I just have packs and stuff or cards turned off. If you're interested, you can still buy packs right now. At least I'm assuming that's how it works. But we got everything up and running. We will turn it live tomorrow for anyone interested in stream loots. It should be a fun time. We got some fun stuff on there. Immuno Builder, welcome in. How's it going? Hope everyone's having a good one. Welcome in, Rock Me. Still haven't figured out my Enshrouded world. I'm a little ticked off. I'm pretty sad. I just wanted to share it with everyone, and I can't. The new Enshrouded update, for anyone wondering, broke my world, so I can't. It's got nothing. So I don't know. What's up, 117? Yeah, I was annoyed. I went to the beta branch yesterday to share my world with everyone to put it on the shared worlds thing. And when I updated, it just was like, it's my world. It's got like a level 9 flame altar. It's like explored the same way, like same shadows of non-explored areas and explored areas that are shown on the map, but just no flame altars. So I like reverted back to the previous update. Totally fine. World's all there. I tried copying my build world save from the build contest over the top of it. I tried loading my backup world off of it. No change. So something about the update just doesn't like my specific world, and I haven't gotten any responses from them yet. I've reached out to a couple different things and nothing. So sadly, no one gets my Enshrouded world right now. No winter build competition. Well, the world builds for anyone, which is a little sad. What's up, Smokin'? Welcome in. I was excited about it. I was very excited for everyone to see it. But I don't know. It's not meant to be. I'm gonna be real annoyed if I can never get it back, which makes no sense. There has to be something. But I don't know if I can play Enshrouded if that whole world's lost. There's a lot of time put into that world. It'd be pretty hard to start from scratch again. I think being a competition winner, they'd put some effort. I've reached out to the person who sent me the info. Like I have a specific in the Enshrouded Discord. Like I have a mod channel list or whatever. I don't know what you call it, but a ticket. Oh, Sway, thank you for the Journeyman Builder. Thank you for becoming a member of the channel. Appreciate you, man. Good to see you. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, I have like my own mod ticket thread like on their Discords, and I was like, I'm trying to talk to them and I just have no response yet, so I don't know. Only here for a minute, about to hit the hay. Sounds good, Travis. How's it going? It was long overdue. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's never due. It's never needed, but I appreciate it all the same. Did you get any work done on your base off stream? No. I don't think anything's changed since Friday. No. We are so back. Yes. No new stuff on the stream. I did some King Dozer farming just to get some pieces, because I don't want to fight him 6,000 times on stream to get enough stuff. Because the fight's just a little boring. Hey, Josue, thank you for the... Oh my gosh, how many did you do? What, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 gifted? What the heck is happening? Did you just get 15 subs, dude? Holy crap. $20 gifted subs, Josue? Holy cow. How did... Overdue, you do one member and then you gift 20? Holy crap, man. Sorry, I have to count out YouTube subs on my chat. It doesn't tell me right away. Still working on your base, but it will be here soon. Sounds good, Mateo Portillo. Josue, holy cow. Yeah, I have to count. It shows up on chat, like, I have to count each one. Because that's the only... YouTube integration is not very good, but it works. Excited to see how people use the new material. I am as well. But thank you, Josue. That's insane. So 21 subs, technically, since you subbed yourself as well. Appreciate that. Wow, what a way to start the stream. How did you not get one? So for some reason, I don't know why, but subs currently, like, you can get a gifted sub if you're not watching the stream active, like in the moment. I don't understand it. It makes no sense to me. But I've gotten gifted subs from streams I haven't watched in a month. Guess who's getting a chest? They are turned off tonight. You can still buy them, 117. You can still buy them. But I do have them turned off for tour streams because I think they'll be a little distracting because we can't, in the middle of a tour, go fight a boss or whatever. Or, like, fight enemies. So we have to kind of stay on track. But tomorrow, they will be live. So make sure you go check out, for anyone who is new here or doesn't know, we do have stream loots going live tomorrow for stream. There is a Timeout Ducky card for anyone who is interested. And I love the art of it. I'm very happy with how the cards turned out. There's some generic stuff, some grounded things that I found, but I did try to make a handful of cards for based around the stream. But we do have stream loots going live tomorrow. I believe you can buy chests and stuff right now, but you can't you just can't use the cards tonight. Is all. You're third on the list, right? Second. Technically. I don't think the person who was in front of you ever shared their world. Ready when you are. Sounds good. Sounds good, GX. Timeout Ducky, sign me up, right? It is the most valuable card, and it's not the most rare. Technically, the Ascended Builder is the most. That's the most valuable one, but... Be in the Hall of Builders chest? Yes. Well, with 20, you actually are a master builder, Josue. Just so you know. That is more than enough gifted subs to become a master builder. So you are on even a higher tier, my friend. Let's get you on the master builder list as well. So next stream, when we're working on the base. Wait. How's it going, Pasta? Welcome, Timber. I'm going to be printing money for you. Yeah, I'm just using Ducky as a loophole. Yeah, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe, everybody. Uh-oh. Put this on. But yes, Josue, you will go on the pretty wall. You are on the master wall, so you will get in one of these spots next stream. Guess I will be watching your streams on your computer from tomorrow forward, so I can use multiple screens and multiple tasks. Love it, love it. But yes, just your sub got you on the Hall of Builders, Josue. So you would be normally there with just you subbing, but now, yeah, with 20 gifted, yeah, you're on the Master Builder tier. That is more than enough. It was an insane amount of subs. And that might be the most gifted subs we've had in one go, by the way. I don't know if we've had hype trains where a lot of people have donated subs or gifted subs, but I don't know if we've ever had 20 from one person in one go. You added stream loots, let's go. Yes, and for anyone, stream loots is not something that you do have to pay for packs and stuff, but you can get gifted packs. So if people gift packs and stuff, you can just from being here get packs as well. How many bases are you reviewing tonight? Let's see. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 on the list. Technically, Ducky has 1 or no, it's just 1, I think. So 7-ish. It depends on how many we get through. It's always a little in the air. We might get through 5, we might get through 7. Depends on how big bases are. 117. So I did also look into the chat. So on screen, so you guys are seeing people on YouTube who are using their emotes. Your emote works in the chat for YouTube itself. So what you guys may be looking on, but the on-screen chat, I use StreamerBot, and the issue is that StreamerBot does not have a function to allow YouTube emotes yet. That is just like not in the system, so there's no way that I can make that work, unfortunately. Until they add that into the program, we unfortunately have to just live with it. Not happy about it, but it is what it is, I guess. So let's get to it. You would look at both of your bases. One is the playground, right? I was more so speaking onto, originally we were talking about multiple playgrounds maps, but I forgot the multiplayer ones we aren't looking at. But yeah, we'll do 1 and then we'll do the playgrounds one a little later. Technically, I have you later for one of those, so we'll do 1 and then we'll go do the other later. We'll probably do your survival first and then playgrounds a little later. Let people get here for our first playgrounds experience. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, let me make sure I'm set up correctly for this. I think so. All right, so first up, we have GXP Wolf. They are here with us in chat tonight as well. Let me double check a couple specific things they had told me, so I'm sure I do that. $58 stream streak. Let's go. Okay, GXP. Just let me know if I miss anything. Hate the blue on YouTube. Can't you change it? It says top down, so we're going to the top. Tippy top. Tippy tappy. Hope my world runs a lot better for a stream. Your PC is tanking. You never know. You never know. I think I was in your world earlier, and it's a little laggy. I'm not going to say it runs amazingly, but it's what it is. Just the stream bot picks? Oh. Well, there you go. Is what it is. All right. What's up there? The crown? Are we seeing the crown tonight, GXP? How do I get down? All right, so we got a little bedroom here. We got the new marshmallow bags. I need to get some of those made. I keep forgetting about those. throne room. Balcony spaces. Then we'll go down the stairs. Oh, this is so nice. I can use this function again. You want just hike up there? Just gotta hike up there? Alright, we can check it out if you want us to. Okay. And then is it just this one? This base? I know you sent me a thing. I wasn't sure if that meant there was more than one base. Yes, Ducky, I did. I see all. Okay, got your little armory room. I mean, I'll have to reread it again, but... Oh, doesn't this thing look so sick? I can't wait to get this added to my build. This thing looks so cool. This is such a good addition to the game. Oh. There's a whole network of bases? Is that what you're saying? Got a nice little, like, king dining hall area. I like it. There's so many places to go. So little time. I haven't actually seen this thing built either. These are nice as well. Stuck on. Why can't I walk right here? What am I floating on? Is that what's below? Weird. Oh, using those. I like that. It's always been a problem for me is like how you connect these pieces in, but this is actually really nice to have now. I forgot that you could do that with the pine stairs. All these look nice. So much to see. Yellow are waypoints, green is stations, and red are major hubs. Okay. Do you want us to go to all of them? What, you can't figure out why you hover there? Yeah, that's super weird. Or we just go into the two hubs. Like major hubs. Got your little armor or weapon racks and stuff. Buggy area. Don't fall off the cliff. Give me your water. I'm gonna die. Give me your water. Check out the guest rooms. Oh yeah, we'll catch everything. I promise. Okay, we got bigger area here for some more bug mounts and stuff. If you want to do, it's your stream, but it's all there. I mean, I do these for you guys, so I want to make sure we catch everything you want us to look at least, base wise. Got this like little crafting area down here. You got functional things, buggy huts and everything. Jerky racks. There's a flying fish. Watch out, guys. More functional stuff, your chests and everything. These look so much nicer. Like, there's just something about these that makes me not hate spiral staircases as much as I once did. Maybe I'm biased to Pinecone, but they just make me not hate them as much. More bug mounts over here. Outdoor space. These actually look kind of nice with the stem flooring. I didn't think about using them like that. You'd like my input on the crown? You're stuck as what to do? Yeah, let's do it. I will save that for last. Okay, these must be the guest rooms. Dude, the little balconies look really nice, actually. These the new pieces, the arches, and the pine cone. I like that. Simple, but looks very nice. Like in the curved walls is internal hallways. Yeah, it is nice. Kind of like opens it up. Kind of like feeds you through the little hallway. I like it. I've been trying to figure out how I want to use these as well. They're kind of nice just like tossed in. I feel like there's more potential for them that we can figure out though. They're all just more guest bedrooms on everything. Wish these weren't so expensive. Whole lizard scale for everyone. The new rails and spiral stairs have like higher end, more polished design. I really like them. They look perfect on those little balconies. Yeah, it's a really nice little touch. It just makes something so simple, just like a balcony, just look way nicer. Way, way, way nicer with such little effort. I mean, they're expensive, so I guess it's not no effort. It's still a good amount of effort just because they're still really expensive for what they are. But it is very nice. Explodey rounds. A little like archery area. Toadgourd Castle. Nice little archery area and training facility area. Very nice. And here's where you shoot from. Oh, I like it even more from here. That's cool. I haven't used this thing yet. Dang. This is a beastly set. Feel strong. Feel hulking strong. He's only on tour days that it lags. Not lagging for me. Very strong. Yes, Tiny. Yes. What's this? More rounds. Okay. All reachable with the bow. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Krusty Snacks, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. How's it going, Tiny? Those targets on the tips of roof. I like that. Let's double check it. How's it going, Krusty? Welcome into Tour Tuesday. Yeah, they are on the tips of roof. Yeah, those ones. I like how it like changes. It does feel like a game with the way this is set up. I like it. I like it. I like it. Going good. Just finished a workout. Let's go get strong. Watch you, and I'm in the Discord. Never followed. Weird. All good. Now you are. All good. Dev's called Tiny unfiltered on stream today. Could be. Got the little buggy houses down here as well. Moobs did? Well, it's Eric. We could call Eric too filtered sometimes. He's the community manager. He has to be filtered, you know? But I mean, if we're being honest, Tiny does go hard sometimes. I've joined some heated discussions in Tiny's stream before. I don't know if I'd say they're unhinged, but they're animated. Very animated. Got the little the fireplace behind that too. Oh, that's a nice little detail. I like that. How do we get up there? Uh-oh. Definitely animated. I'm an animator after all. Exactly. I think it's fitting, right? Eric must have said it in a negative connotation. But we don't have to take it as a negative one. Do you have an easier way to get up here, GX, potentially? Or is just going through here the best way? As I'm just sending it. Get out of my face. The spooter. I don't even, it's been so long since I've done this, I don't even know. Use the ribbon way? Oh, okay, I got you, I got you. I know that way, that's how we get into my bases. Forgot that all of those resets after the heat. Oh, that's what it is, yeah. The update. Got us. Got us good. Call them unfiltered because I said tiny for official community manager. I mean, can you blame him? Trying to take his job? Trying to take our jobs. Ah, there it is. Wait a second. I do like the black ant, but let's be honest. We should be using the spider through this air. The unofficial one anyways. That's all that matters, right? He doesn't need an official title. Turkey Dirk. Oh, dang it, we gotta... I do need the ant. Come with me. Come on, Anthrax. Where are you? There you are. Other way? Oh, do you have something built up the other way? The shield feels massive. Is it just me? Massive. Run to the hill. Oh. He's big. Yeah, it feels absolutely humongous compared to the other ones. But I mean, it is made from a lizard, so I guess that fitting, right? Very fitting. Ooh. I think I saw it up in the front, maybe? Makes the ant feel very tiny. Going to like your black ant name? Oh, jeez. There we go. Run. I have one of these as well. Except mine was to get the crow gold card that we still haven't gotten. The crown. I mean, Burgle does need a crown. It is very fitting. The one true king. So is the goal of this to be like another mini outpost, another mini base sort of thing? I'm assuming, the way it's kind of already seen as the setup. I like this little walkway. They're looking nice. Excuse the scaffolding. I mean, I know the feeling. That's what I do as well. It's a process to build. This is up there. This is up there. Okay. Like the central hub. Okay. So then you can build like zip lines and stuff off of it once we get to that point eventually. I think it's a good start. I definitely like these corners. These look really nice. I think straight off the bat, the like material differences here, even some of these are kind of nice where you're using like triangular pieces instead of just walls. Look kind of nice. But what I immediately noticed when I walked in is how you have some like material differentiation between them. So maybe potentially like if these ones stay pumpkin, but maybe these like under ones switch to a different triangular material. It could be mushroom, could be pine, could be stem, like whatever you think. But I think some material differences would be nice. Same with like here. Because like when you're looking at a crown, it's very opulent, over the top, sort of in design. They're meant to be kind of gaudy and stand out. So having multiple materials, I think, would help a lot here. I just immediately sort of picture these like lower levels maybe being made out of mushroom instead. Even like this, because like the stairs work the way they are, and those are fine. But I don't hate the use of the acorn stairs either. But it might look kind of interesting to like swap the materials and stuff. It was all pine before, yeah, because I like the way this looks, and I really like how the lower level you chose to use the burr option for the wall. But something that might switch up material, even if it's like some of these corner pieces. You could even put like a vertical wall here or something. It's kind of similar to how I was thinking through the top of my towers, where there's like an inlay of another material. That would add a little bit of like visual depth to it, because then it would read as like layering a little bit more, because I like this layering pattern a lot already. And I think maybe leaving these ones as pumpkin to sort of tie in, but then it would kind of look more jewel-like for these back pieces, and they would stand out a little bit more as well. And then same sort of concept. If this goes from pine, which it kind of sounds like you're already switching from that as well, go from pine to maybe more of a pumpkin mushroom mix. I think you could also, I'd mess with these. Something that I really, not to like always talk about my base, but try putting some of these pine cone fences on the tops of these. Maybe it's only in like the corners or something, but use like the full fence and then like a quarter up and down fence. I think you can place these. There's curved ones as well. I don't know if the curved ones will place here, but it might look kind of cool to have a quarter one and then another one here as well, potentially. I think it's a really cool effect, and I can see it working on a crown really, really well. So just like something like that. Even do some like layering and stuff. There's a lot of different options you can do with it, but doing game. I think this could be an interesting addition of some kind. I don't know why that's not wanting to place, but could look kind of cool. Just to add, like, enhance the crown effect, I guess, is the best. I don't know, like, a better way to describe it necessarily. But I think this could be something interesting to mess with. I really liked the way it looked on my base. You can even add more depth by, like, swapping them in and out and stuff. Picking up what you're putting down. Yeah. They are a little finicky, yes. And, I mean, even if it's just, like... I mean, it doesn't even, like, have to go to that full thing, too. It could just be on these corner pieces, just to add, like... It's a touch more detail. It would also add... It's... Without adding... Because, like, a lot of crowns are going to feel more airy. They're going to feel a little more open. So, it adds a huge amount of detail without just, like... covering the whole thing completely, which I think is sort of another desired effect. I mean, you could even do weird things like that. There's a lot of funky things you can do with these that, I mean, you don't even have to do like the angles, but I think it would add a really, I do almost like that though. A lot of interesting things you can do here. A lot of really cool little details that could be added. These things are really, really fun to use. I think that would help. And it doesn't have to be that. It could be other things as well. But I'm just thinking of like, how do you add more detail work and stuff? If we ever get glass, that crown is going to shine. Yeah, a big glass piece right here would be pretty insane. You could even, just kind of sticking with the like airiness effect, like you could even add some of these things wherever they want to go. You could play with it. I'm not going to give you exact answers on everything, but you could toss some of them in here to look kind of interesting. Like there's a lot of interesting effects that you could make here. Would you suggest for the big empty space? Yeah, so that's exactly what I was hopping into. You can do some really cool things with these. Even if it's like that, it would sort of help pick it up, and then you could light it and stuff too. Light on the triangle swirls. Yeah, lighting for sure would be a big one. As always, lighting helps a bunch. Like backlighting some of these things so they look like little jewels and stuff would be pretty interesting. I wish those showed up with camera mode, but they don't. Even like maybe adding in some of these pieces as well. I mean, there's a lot of optionality with all the new pieces and stuff that like I haven't even necessarily discovered everything for yet. But like whatever you can find that sort of continues adding kind of detail to this space without overwhelming it necessarily, that's always the struggle. Sometimes they're funky, but things like that. I mean, you could even do like roof pieces in this area. We could do pine cone because it's cheaper, but I mean, you could add stuff like that as well to sort of like fill in some of the gaps and stuff. Lacking that department for that, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I wish these would show. That doesn't help. But there's definitely like even something else that would be interesting. I really wish we had a mushroom piece for something like this. There's not a great option. You potentially start looking at some of these things for the exterior as well. It's a little hard to show without more area to build, but could add in like little details like this as well. This might be an interesting way to kind of do what I was saying earlier. You could even use like these things instead. Like these could be kind of nice as the these interior pieces if you move these triangles out of the way and stuff. Like toss in these ones potentially. Those could be kind of nice details to sort of. And none of this affects your world. This is only my save that gets affected. But that, I mean, that would add a bunch of detail as well. Sort of help bump up even more of the detail stuff. But I don't mind like a big airy space here. I think that could be an interesting way to do it. Not going like overboard, not necessarily like filling the whole thing, but be creating more airy spaces. And another thing that I'm kind of noticing, like if some of these pieces or like little things in here, maybe like these stay like even these fins could stay pumpkin, and then maybe so like this triangle piece and like this triangle piece or something like that, or even just these top pieces become mushroom. Or you could do like chevron patterns across the whole top. You'd have to change to just the quarter triangles. But like just those could become those pieces. And then you could kind of continue that as well. Like you could do like a small quarter triangle sort of fin piece through the center here to break things up. Because I don't mind the triangular pieces with the windows. I think those are kind of nice. They kind of automatically remind me of like jewels and stuff. Especially if you put some lighting on them and stuff. But even if it's just like a row of mushroom kind of like tossed in between, or even like pine, if you like the pine better and that's easier, you could do it with pine. It could just be like a piece there and a piece there and a piece there and a piece there, kind of mess with it, but not maybe a full chevron pattern necessarily, but just toss in a little bit, it would add a huge amount of detail. Even if like chevrons go, it could be on the lower pieces. It doesn't have to be the top, but it could be like you could use 2 full-size triangles of mushroom here, pine here. I think something like that, or even just a band, because yeah, you have to keep this pumpkin, because I like the burr piece. I do really like the burr piece. I'd probably keep that, but maybe just little bits of detail. It could be even like just this triangle's mushroom and that triangle's mushroom, and maybe one that and that or something. And then once you get the, like, if you add in the pine cone railings and stuff, that could be really interesting. How many sights and wonders do you have on your fire pit location? I actually don't know. Let's see, break it up a little bit. Yeah, I think more often than not, because then the nice thing with some pattern like that is you can just continue it down to here as well. I would suggest maybe creating a pattern here that you like, and then kind of copying it down to these walls, because I like this is totally fine. You could kind of create another triangular piece, and whatever pattern ends up working for here could be copied down to this, and that would just immediately kind of blow up the detail of it. And you could even get rid of these maybe as well. I don't dislike them necessarily, so you don't have to get rid of them. But in terms of like a crown and the supports, I don't dislike like these not being there potentially, and just kind of like utilizing this lower piece so it feels more crown like, more supported like. Even like making some of these like open windows, since we kind of leave this a little bit open, as you add some of the railings or roof pieces or the arches and stuff, you kind of have some opening spaces. It wouldn't be bad to see more openings in here as well, instead of making this like, is it that the solid walls here maybe make it feel more hat like instead of crown like, because then you think of a crown, it sort of sits on your head and it's all open, so maybe a little more airiness through there. Because I like this sort of fun opening and sky roof, skylight, sky roof sort of detail you have going here. So it would be kind of nice to see some of the openings come to those outside pieces. But like the corners work really well. It's just kind of fill in the space with some of those ideas we talked about. I think it would go a long way. And then you can just add functionality. You can just add maybe some pine cone railings and stuff. I know they cost an ungodly amount of rust and pine cone, but add those to this inner area. That would add a huge amount of detail really quickly. Very quickly, you would get a lot of detail. I mean, gosh, they would look so good even here and like going up this thing. That's a lot, so don't feel like you have to do it, because it is an absolute crap ton. Hello? There we go. But man, they look so good. I don't hesitate to use them. And they just add such a nice, ridiculous amount of detail to things like this. But I would suggest using them whenever possible. Wish they lined up a little bit better, but it's the only downside. Not great, but not bad. You can even just like leave the lower part down if you don't like how those lay out. Just little details like that I think would go a really long way. Guess if you consider this MGM2, but this isn't my world, so I don't know how many I would have. I think you can filter it from somewhere on here. Yeah. You can check what you have here. The best way to do it is the wiki. Just check what you've got. Always check against the wiki is what I do. But I hope those are enough tips. I think that would kind of get you heading in the right direction, gives you some ideas. GXP. I think those would all go a long way very quickly for not a huge amount of effort. And then on the interior spaces, similar to what I sort of saw, and we'll talk about your other base as well, a little bit more oomph in detail work on the insides, I think would go a long way. So start thinking of some of these spaces as maybe how can you add just that extra bit of detail? Is it like something like add in a little platform here? Then you could build a floor across. And this sort of thing could help give you that just little bit more boost. Get over here. In terms of the detail work. Helps a lot. Okay, good. Little things like this, just like start thinking of like how can you add a space that makes each thing feel like it's maybe a little bit more larger part of the design. So raise the ovens up or something like that. Sort of simple things. It's just minor details that go a really long way. But how do you add that little detail that sort of makes each piece? Instead of just pieces on a floor, it's how do I make each one of these pieces stand out a little bit more? You think of it just like get these things just a little higher, a little bit more elevated in the design, I think would go a really, really long way. Just to boost things up. You can even, like, if you don't like this floor, you can put one there, one there, one there, one here. And you could even, like, you can go a step further. This is typically how I start thinking through things, is like, how do I make each piece feel elevated in its design? So now it's like an elevated central area. Or you could put crafting, like similar to mine, you can put crafting benches and stuff up top. How big is the list of people waiting for review, Timber? We have 7 bases on the review currently. If you'd like to get on, just DM me on Discord. And I will get you added to the list. Similar things here. One thing I noticed about the lower base as well is some of the balconies could do with a little bit of what you're already kind of doing here. And I think this is a great example of how you create interesting support pieces. How can you take some of these designs and continue them down to spaces like this? A little bit more difficult with the curved pieces, of course, but sometimes it's just a putting down like a piece of wall like this, and then connecting it in a little bit more. So just little things like this. I tend to think like balcony spaces really want a little depth to them, so the floor doesn't feel like it's just floating in nothingness. You could even copy the floor down a little bit. This tends to add a little bit more realism to it. Feels a little bit stronger in the way it's detailed, and then you could copy some details like down like that, kind of create some support systems. You could use quarter pieces, full triangles. This is just what I grabbed, but little things like this really help add huge amounts of detail to the whole thing. You already did your tree village, working on another tree build on the super sour tree. Yeah, I mean, if you want to do another one, just reach out to me again. We'll get it added. We always need more. I mean, if we finish everything tonight, we will need more right away for next week. But take your time. Don't feel rushed. Driving home. It feels so late. Gonna have to rewatch the beginning. All good. All good. You can even, like, tie this in with, like, one of these things there. Just a little bit more detail to spaces like this can really kind of help these feel like they're part of the whole thing. And even just since they looked so good on your lower base, just kind of copy the detail, do some little just little fence pieces, help make it feel just a little bit more finished. I think it goes a really, really long way. Or the top one, of course, but check out some of the outposts. Yeah. Is there a specific one that you'd like? Or are they like bases? You said you were working on like that one specifically? We have time for one more to throw in. But I think a lot of the comments made here would go a long way for the main base as well. I think similar to kind of how you've added like these details, and we talked about multiple material choices, I think this base would benefit from a little bit more materials, whether it's pumpkin or pine. They all kind of look really nice together now, so I wouldn't necessarily say you have to go with a specific one. But little details that you could toss in here, do some like fin designs on the outside, just add depth to the whole thing. I always try to make my walls like at least a half wall thick. So I can add depth to them and stuff. Or even building out like little, oops. There we go. On the edge of the wall, just like something as simple as like a bump out like that, where it could be a different material, it could be something the same material, but little things like this add huge amounts of details to those bigger walls that you saw down on some of these. Add some really cool details on some of those things. Even like supports on the bridge and stuff, very similar to like what we talked about on the other side. Some supports would go a long way. I'm always just trying to think a little bit bigger, a little beefier and stuff. More is mo better. Mo is mo better. They're just simple outposts. I mean, if there's one specifically that you want us to check out, let me know. I don't know if we have time to run to every single one of them, though. Just let me know. And glide. Basically anywhere from there, but the garden outposts are like a little snug but functional. The lime tree or this one? That one? Can I get my spoiler up here? Let's go, Marcella. Woo. Hello. How's it going, Grim? Hope you're doing good. Drive safe. Alright. Do it. I wouldn't mind not getting through all the bases tonight. Then I don't have to worry about not having enough for next week. So if we have stuff to show tonight, I don't mind showing some stuff. You can actually get a really long wave with this thing. I didn't realize how much you could glide. It's really nice. I'm starting to like the glide on the spider more than I thought I was going to. I'm understanding it a little bit more now that we've had some time to mess with it. Yeah. I wouldn't mind it maybe being just a hair faster is the only thing. A little more of a glider than a glide itself. That would be kind of, maybe that's too broken, but I don't mind it. They do glide now, so sway, yes. This was added with the heat update. So instead of no fall damage on spiders, you now can use a glide. It works exactly the same as your dandelion tuft. But they do take fall damage now. OB, you are after Ducky. So we have Ducky's survival base, then we'll take a look at yours. Nice little functional outposts. I always think about making these, and I get distracted with my big old bases, and it never ends up coming to fruition. But I always think about doing this. If you're trying to sleep, we can always throw Ducky at the back of the line. No. Very functional though. I do like it. I've always wanted to have bases like these just tossed throughout the world, but it just never happens. It's almost like I build one massive base too often. But that's what I like. If you can convince Ducky, we can. But you gotta convince Ducky. But yeah, thank you, GXP. Very cool little bases. OB can go before you. So nice, Ducky. So nice of you. Also like that you're right next to the lint here. That's always nice. But yes, thank you, GXP. Thank you for letting us view the bases and stuff. Very nice. Oh, we didn't do... Do you want a full base review? I totally got distracted since we haven't done this in a week. Do you want me to grade your base? Or give you points out of 10 on this one? GXP, I know we kind of gave suggestions and stuff, but I totally was off my game and forgot that we do that as a thing. But we don't have to if you don't want to. No worries. Do the playgrounds after the survival base, though, if OB goes before me. Yeah, you're essentially fine to do that. We can do that. You're pretty much next in line after that anyway, so. But happy to give you some points, GXP. If not, no worries. I just like giving people points out of something. Give you a grade? All right. So first impressions. We'll never get back over there. But first impressions, I'll just run around and think about them. I would say probably give you like a 7 or 8. They're definitely good bases. They have some interesting places to start. I think the crown has that level of detail and potential that I'm looking for. So I'd maybe give that one like an 8 or a 9, which I think is a good thing. And I think I'd like to see some of the things being added to the crown be added to your other base in terms of like the exterior detailing and stuff. But I think both of them have their own interesting pieces that are really good starts to it, which is what I'm typically kind of looking for, is like what's the potential here in my impressions. Like, do I see cool ideas coming about? Do I see interesting ideas? So I think you've got a good start to a lot of these ideas. You done tours yet? We're almost done with our first 100 weeks. Welcome in, by the way. In terms of layout and interior, I think this is one of the points, kind of how we talked about on the top base, where you could improve on some of the detail work. I think the general layout of your base is great. It works well. But I think the detail work is what's lacking a little bit, and kind of how we talked about like raising the ovens up, adding just a little bit more like place and identity to some of the insides. I could think one of the things I was thinking about earlier, very similar to like the ovens, is like the armor stands. How can you build, instead of just something set on the floor, how can you sort of add a little bit of oomph to those pieces? It tends to help just like really create interesting visual looks to the whole thing. It is GXP Wolf, yes. Thank you, Ducky. You have some interesting points here where you're like adding in some stuff that works well, but then it's always just like, how do you, I always am trying to think like, how do you get something off the floor and make it just a little bit more visually interesting? So some similar things, you could like get rid of something like this. Add this piece to, of course it doesn't want to go, to the center. Oop, there it was. Get in there. Why are you like this, Grounded? Little things like this keep the same effect, but then by adding the piece there, you can add in like a little floor piece or little things like this, and then get these placed up on top. Not that this is the be-all end-all. Well, not what I was thinking, but little things like this, creating little shelf spaces and stuff, allows you to sort of add just a little bit more detail to things. So that would be my biggest suggestion on interiors. I think there's some nice pieces like utilizing the stairs and stuff, but like even the same thing, like raising this up off of like a quarter wall or a half wall off the floor to add some a little bit more detail to it. A little bit more like placemaking, I guess, is another way to think of it. Where a good thing to check out would be my sandbox tour. I spent 3,000 hours building this base in Grounded. In that base, I think there's a lot of that like placemaking that I was really excited about. So it's like, how how do you design something like a hot tub instead of it just being in the space? How do you design it as a bigger piece of the space? Because you have a lot of room to work with, so all these details help fill those things out a little bit more, which I think can go a really long way. Finally got to catch a live. Always had bad timing and had to rewatch. Welcome in, Ninja Piz. Hope you're doing good. Similar to how you have some of these details sort of starting to work out, like thinking through these walls, a little bit, the different details here and there, the torches and stuff. Just like, how do you get this level of detail out into these like bigger spaces is always something I'm looking at. So I'd probably give the interior like a 7 out of 10. This room is a great example of like using the floor, the carpet and stuff. So I think this is like headed in the right direction, using the cool pieces that are in the game. But then, yeah, this level of detail, fill every space as much as you can. These things are fine. They just are functional. So like is what it is. Never gonna like downgrade those things. But also like your archery area is a great example of like taking that level of detail up a notch. I think works really well, where you've thought about this in a really intricate way of like how you interact with it, which I think works really well. And so it's similar things to how do you add these pieces. I have a bunch of armories. We've viewed a bunch of armories. That would be good things to look at from previous streams. Toss these pieces in just to make them a little bit more designed into it. Well, toss them up on a half floor and then stack them on top of each other. Little things like that. Just makes them more visually appealing, and then also adding in like details like these as well, I think goes a long way. Materials and exterior, I definitely really like the way the direction you're headed on the crown area. I think I would grade that one a little higher, but this one's just where like these pieces look cool, but having a big flat wall tends to be, it feels a little flat at times. So I would think through, like, this is where I was talking about adding, like, a vertical half wall in between these, like, windows or something like that. Could be just a way to, like, bump it up a little bit. You could add, like, a fin that goes up. We viewed a base in one of our, like, I think it was the last stream that did something similar, where they had fins coming down, even if it's not from the top, like almost like a rocket ship type fin. You could add a little triangle piece, bring it down to the bottom, just a little tiny bits of details to break up kind of big flat walls. Same thing with exterior pieces, adding details, like how can you make this a little thicker or provide a little support underneath it. Kind of messes with your arches and stuff, but might help a little bit in terms of adding details, even just like crenellated pieces on these tops, since we have we have crenellated pieces now, so something to think about and maybe potentially utilize is these pieces. Just little amounts of detail go a really long way. But I probably give this base like a 7 out of 10 on the exterior, and then the crown is like heading towards like an 8.5 with just a little bit more detail on everything. But there's a lot of interesting ideas coming about. The structural piece, I think, is one thing, like talking about the crown as well, is that could be really bumped up. Similar to those interior details, you have a really good framework. You have the start of structural pieces, but I would suggest kind of thinking a little bit more in depth of like how you make these things feel a little beefier, so they feel a little more realistic at times, I think, is how I tend to look at those things. But you've done a good job thinking of like how to fill in some of these pieces and stuff. But it all comes down to, yeah, as Ducky said, decor. Little details that go a really long way. The functionality of it, there's nothing, seems to be pretty consistent. There's not a whole lot I can say to it. It works. Everything's here that you need, so there's not a whole lot to say against it. But similar to what we were talking about in terms of interior decoration, like moving the ovens up a level, it's how do you take the functional pieces and make them a little bit more designed into the space. Is that lizard head a new decor piece? Oh, or is it an oven? It's just like, it's a fireplace. Just a decor fireplace. A very cool decor fireplace, though. You just turn it on and off. I wish it was like a forge, though. It'd be a pretty sick forge. But functionality, I'd probably give you a 7 as well. Something that can be bumped up. It all works, so there's not really anything to say negatively towards it. But I always tend to think, like, how do you take a functional piece and make it a larger piece of the design? The theme and continuity of it, I think you're headed in the right direction. Especially love the theme of the crown. I always like this, like, idea behind why things are happening. Can't take it back, Ducky. Can't take it back now. But I like starting with that idea, and then it gives you a reason to make the decisions you're making. So I think in that one, the theme is really interesting. And it creates a really good thing to work from in terms of like, what is this going to look like? The theme on this one is a little bit more difficult, sort of castle-esque, but without that driving like storytelling behind it. I always tend to think it's a little harder to make decisions on why you're doing a specific thing. Is it a castle with fortress vibes? Is it a hotel with the rooms and the guest rooms and stuff? Sort of designing and looking at real world things can help go a really long way in those things. Overall creativity, probably give you an 8 on that as well. I mean, the crown is a super interesting idea. We haven't seen anyone build a crown on top of on Burgle, so I love that. And the creativity of some of the little spaces in here, the archery range are all really cool and interesting. So definitely, like, you're headed in the right direction. It's just getting like this level of creativity and design in the entire base, which time consuming when you're building on it. Building on survival, so nothing wrong with it. Just takes time to add more and more detail to it, but you're headed in the right direction for sure. And then the potential is great. I think you'd be like an 8 or a 9 in terms of potential, especially the interesting like outpost crown design. Tons of potential there, and you still have so much room in this space. So you have a ton of room to work with, so the potential is great in this area as well. Everything functions, and now you can just keep adding the layering of design and stuff. Don't think you'll make it on time. Someone making an insane refinery or oven factory based around the lizard heads design. Super cool new piece. Yeah, definitely. Yes, I am West Coast. Yes. Yes, but yes, GXP, thank you for letting us take a look at this base. Appreciate it. It's very fun to take a look at. Yeah, Ducky's gonna be here all night. Why are you being unnice? We won't take as long for the next one. I got distracted. But another great base. All right. Yes, me am. What? Obi says his not that huge. We'll go through it. We won't take us long. Don't worry. Yeah, I saw Obi's earlier. Yeah. It won't take us long, Ducky. Don't worry. If we're going to do 2 of yours in a row, you know. Glad to help, GXP. Thank you for letting us take a look at it. It's always fun. Always getting new ideas and stuff, so I love it. All right, next up we have 117. Ducky can't be unnice, so we got to keep things moving. So, 117 base is located here, kind of by the starting area. We've seen a lot of bases here, so it's always a good spot. Nothing wrong with building from the starting area. You responding to me with you're on the West Coast, not you. No, he's responding to me all the time. Apologies? No, you don't have to apologize. That was just me. I get distracted. I didn't set a timer, which is always my problem. And then I get long-winded. All right, so we'll start with the bottom, maybe, because I see an arrow. And I can't help myself when I see an arrow. Nice little connection into the ranger station. Love that. Very simple. Nice little simple area to have your sap collectors as well. You got the staircases going up to the main area. Ooh, I like this. I like this. Love the flooring. Love the roofing and stuff. Really good detail work already. A nice little way to show off the armor pieces as well we haven't seen before. Garden patches as well. I need to add some of those in. Yeah, already like the detail work you've got going on. Love these lit up as well. It was one of my favorite details in my first bases. Yeah, it is a nice shape of the base, definitely. Nice little ins and outs and stuff, like the window details, loving the roof detail. Like how you kind of brought everything up to go back down and utilize some of this space as well. Kind of create a central hub area for your crafting. That's very nice. Works very well. even like being able to access these without making them really tall like mine all are. I like that. I like that. Like the use of the different materials and the triangles and stuff. I wish we got some like maybe like little curved pieces or something. That'd be interesting. Everything becomes very angular with the designs that we've come up with, but it's kind of the only option we have. Nice little interior decoration as well. Love that you just have stuff everywhere. Always feels nice. This is kind of the level of detail work that I'm talking about on the inside that feels nice. Whether you fill it with artwork or shelves, decor pieces, it really, really comes together when you start doing stuff like this. This is 117, OB117. Love the floor here as well, and like the use of like these different pieces. Great amount of detail, great amount like how these kind of create like a heart and stuff. The roof is actually really, really nice throughout the whole thing as well. Really like this. Lots of detail though. Even like, yeah, armor dummies and stuff all look really nice. It's the most detail. The rest still is work in progress. No worries. No worries. Like that you're like having fun with the entrances and stuff. The lighting's all really well done. Really helps bring things to life, which I like. And again, great job. Detail work. Detail, detail, detail. Loving the detail, the consistency between it all as well. These are really nice little pieces to tie these in, because the overhangs are always a little kind of funky to mess with, because if you just use the half pieces, then they're kind of just boring. But this is a nice little way to create an overhang that I do really like. Finally sitting down, and it is a Tuesday. I like how you've like sunk everything down into the floors as well. That all works really, really nicely. Like little chandelier pieces and stuff. I love that this is open from the inside too. Very fun little detail. It is pasta. It is. Ooh, what's up there? So much happening. We don't miss any. Okay. Yeah, we'll go down the tunnel first. Again, love the mushroom lighting and stuff. All looks really, really nice. Great job. I love how you're utilizing the terrain. Yeah, that looks very nice. I love building bases in places with interesting or unique terrain. That works very well. It just sort of forces your hand to make some fun decisions, so you're not just working with like a square base. So it makes it feel more organic, which is really nice. This little buggy area using like the caves, which is kind of fun as well. Guessing this is your bounce web elevator. Nice. I like the garden patches. I'm gonna have to start using some more of those. Ooh, those look really nice as little pieces there as well. Lots of fun details. Really good job on those. Even like these as well. These are all really interesting. Fun little takes on everything. Like that everything's not like super square. Interesting. Going all over the place. Good use on all the different materials and stuff. I like this. This is really nice. This is a nice little detail here. Yeah, again, great little details. Looking at Halo maps for references. It's a very fun base to kind of just run through. Got a lot of interesting little ins and outs going on that I like. Nice. Nice detail work again. This looks really nice as well. Love that goes back down to where we were earlier. Love it. Oh, I didn't even notice you use the aphids as the lights as well. Great use of those as well. Wish it was nighttime. We can view it at nighttime too. Yeah, like loving the detail work. Just messing with all these different things. These all look really cool. Lighting again, very nice all throughout. Hey, that looks familiar. So, some really cool wife came up with that idea. Great design. Oh, yeah. Yeah, love the lighting, man. Very good. All very nice. Lighting is one of those things that just really brings things to life. Really, really does. Makes everything look amazing. Interested to see where this all goes, too. A lot of potential. Loving these little details. These all look really nice. Again, genius idea, whoever came up with that. Ooh. Now this is what we saw from below. Dude, this looks awesome. Very cool. Very, very nice. Loving the detail work. Yeah. The ups and downs, the different uses of the light and stuff. Definitely need to see this at night. Very cool. Giving some loot wrap vibes in here with all the crazy pieces. Love the roofs. Have some more by next week. You're working overtime? All good. This is looking great, man. This is a nice detail for the wooden stuff. Definitely been looking for ideas for that. I love that. Chandelier, the roofs look freaking awesome. Throne room is freaking insane. Very nice. Even that. It's a great use of that as well. That's creepy. Very nice. The chandelier looks awesome. Yeah. Very, very well done. 117. This all looks very nice. Love that it all connects back together very well as well. It's not just one space floating on top of everything else. Like everything's like uniquely connected back to the whole thing, so it's easy to get from one place to another. Gave up your spot for this? Your 732er should have been first. You're saying you're intimidated, Ducky. I keep telling you to take your time on your bases, man, and you keep wanting to do it. It's tough to figure out. Yeah, it works great. It is. It's extra time and stuff, but it all adds up. It's always worth the effort. It's always worth a little bit more effort to get this kind of stuff added in. That you need a dining hall? Hey, that's the goal, right? Working on something? All good. All good. But yeah, man, I think that's everything, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we looked at it all. Very complex. Maybe your head is just stuck in this, but it's a very Halo feeling, even if some of the other building layouts are of the sightlines. Yeah. Made your drop-down square. Didn't have round walls at the time. So yeah, it does look nice. It does look nice for the circles. I do like it. Creates a cool effect. Love to see this like as like a rainbow effect down too. That'd be kind of interesting. That's it. All right. So first impressions, man. Very well done. I'm loving every piece of it. Honestly, this is really, really well done. It's concise. The detail's great. I probably have to give you like a 9 on the first impressions. There's a lot of interesting stuff going on. A lot of really cool creative ideas. I like that you've taken sort of a starter base and you're just kind of building out and adding more and more to it to have fun. It all looks great. The layout and interior, probably the strongest piece of the whole thing. There's just so much detail work going on everywhere. You have so many pieces. There's so little. There's so little that I can say to like improve any of this. I love you've thought about your roofs. You've thought about custom windows. You have decor everywhere. You have like there's just detail everywhere, which is exactly what I'm looking for when I think of interiors. This is how you create really interesting things. The layout of it is really fun. Everything connects back to each other, so it's not like you just are going up to some massive thing on top of it. Like everything kind of comes back down to the main base in unique and fun ways and everything. And it's not just like a carbon copy in every spot of it too. Like you're using curved arches in some spaces. You're using the triangular pieces in spaces. Some spaces have open roofs. Some spaces have closed roofs. Like everything works really well together. There's a lot of fun uniqueness to each space. You're not just like oh, that was a good idea. Let me copy it 400 times. It feels like every space is like a new exploration, which is really fun. I really don't have a whole lot to say on the interior of it. Your lighting is another thing I like to think about on the interior of things. It's really, 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 really well done. Very, very little I can say on it. I don't really have any comments on the interior design and stuff. It all looks pretty dang awesome, and it's fun to get through. Every space of it feels unique, feels designed, feels well thought out. It's fun to kind of get lost in and explore as someone who's never seen the base before. There's just a lot of fun little things to get into. But yeah, I don't know what else to really say about the interior other than it all works and it's cool. Not the most helpful of comments, but it honestly, like, you know what you're doing, so there's not a whole lot I can say against any of the ideas. It just works really interestingly. The structural piece of it, maybe the one thing that I can critique you on a little bit. I think everywhere it does work really well, but the one thing that I notice, if we're really nitpicking things, since you're at that level of design, is how these spaces are sort of held up, is the only comment I have. Some of them are great, like how you've utilized these pieces. These work really well. But start thinking of maybe how these spaces get some of these details as well. Is it just some of those pieces tossed in? Similar to these things, you could have like some cool pieces coming down or something. How do they connect in? Maybe a little bit. Not that that's needed necessarily, but it's just one thing I can kind of point out to give you some point of criticism. Trying to help you be even better, even more on top of this stuff, which you already are. I'm doing a tour. Get out of here. Get out of here. Clean up your webs. That'll help lag if you get any. Get rid of all these. It's one thing they fixed, but you have to get rid of all of them because holy cow, they're everywhere. Waiting for the Nat for that? Yeah, I don't blame you at all. But even like where you are doing it, it does work really well. Like these type of details, this is what I'm talking about with structure. So I'm not going to say you don't have a handle on it, but it is building down on under these things suck. It really does suck. Clear them daily. Holy cow, that sucks. But yeah, even like connecting some of these pieces underneath would look kind of cool. Like adding a little pumpkin row on these things or something. Just little things. I mean, it could even feel like a floating ship sort of thing. It almost looks like a ship from the outside. That could be kind of interesting to explore as well. But again, not a whole lot to say, especially if you're kind of waiting. Not the end of the day, not the end of the world for those little things. But maybe one thing, tying some of these pieces down that you can get to would look kind of nice as well. But overall, very, very cool. Functionality, very functional base, as I feel like I always say. Very little I can say on the function of it. It works, everything's right where you need it, especially this sort of main portion of the base. Works really well, it's laid out nicely, it all works, everything's close. It's a fun space, so really very minimal, so like a 9 out of 10. Maybe 9.5 out of 10, because there's functional pieces that also look really nice, so I think you've done really, really well on that. Theme and continuity, again, I think you've done an amazing job on how that works. Everything's really fun. The design's really interesting. It connects really well. The designs on the inside all are really interesting. They're really cool. Maybe some more detail work on these exterior pieces so they kind of connect a little bit more. Could be the one small thing to think about. Again, a more nitpicky comment. But the only thing I can really think of is maybe get to some of these spaces. I know a lot of this is work in progress type stuff. I do keep seeing these and I just think spaceships. So I don't know, maybe explore spaceships for the exterior designs. Because I think the interiors work really well, but some of the exterior work could follow suit. I'd love to see some of this stuff come to the outsides. Of course, if you're waiting to use the handy nat and like wait away, I don't blame you. I know the feeling. I'm dealing with torture right now, but that might be something. Is some of the exterior or the interior details sort of come out to the outside of the base? That would go a long way. Just in terms of how things work, especially like I like seeing these pieces on the outside. So maybe trying to create a little more depth on these exterior pieces as well could be something to look at, just to kind of bump it up a little bit in terms of bringing the really cool theme of the insides to the outside of the base. I think you're definitely headed in the right direction with a lot of it, but even seeing more like this stuff kind of pulled out to the outside would be nice. Because like the exteriors look really nice on these like front facades and stuff, but some of these ones just feel like they don't have quite as much attention to them, which would be another little thing to think of, especially like with how cool this kind of stuff looks. I'd love to see more of this stuff in some of these pathways and little things here and there. To this day, I've never been able to get large mushrooms to grow in planters. Which ones are you using? You have to use a like rotten food, 5 rotten fruit food, but it is just a % chance. It's not necessarily guaranteed no matter what you do. But you got to get them the green thumb. Now that I've been ignoring the exterior, yeah, and the interior detail is high enough that I can see where you've been spending your time, and it's all a little. You got to spend time on the interiors to design them as well as you have. Same as like to get the exterior there. That's the takes just as much time to do all the exterior work as it does the interior, so you'll get there. But I have faith. I have faith. The overall creativity, again, I have very, very little to say. It is very good. There's just take your creativity and just keep going with it. Like there's so little I can say on it, and the potential is again great. It's through the roof. There's a lot of interesting ideas here. Love that it's sort of a starter base gone wild, which makes it really fun. Sort of started as a simple starter base, and then you've just like added and added and added until it's gone to mega base and really fun. But yeah, 117, thank you for letting us view this one. Very cool base. I know people are going to look at the inside of this one and absolutely love it. So very well done. Excited to see. Continue working as you go on overtime. Would definitely love to do, as you finish up some more stuff, we could definitely do another tour of it when you're ready. Of course, take your time. Don't feel rushed. But yes, thank you. Appreciate it. Another awesome one. Kind of wish they had more elemental features like rain and fog, more curved foundation pieces like dirt mounds or sound foundations, maybe moss. I would like those. The elements part, I've always said this, not that it's impossible, but like rain is near impossible in this game, it feels like, because it would just kill you. So I don't really know how you effectively add rain to this game without just dying. Because the raindrops are the size of the dew. So a raindrop in reality is the size of your character. So if you get hit by it, you die. Or does it flood the whole area? I don't know how you make it interesting other than just like a visual thing. Like it wouldn't look bad to be like a visual mist and fog. It wouldn't look bad. It'd be kind of nice for that elemental feature. But outside of that, I don't know how you implement them without just forcing people out of that area for a certain period of time. More for the next one? Sounds good. Sounds good. But I do like the idea of like dirt and sand and some other pieces. We are getting a sandbox, so, or a playground. So we might get sand and stuff. I don't know. Ice cream cart has fog. You like it? Yeah, it would look nice. Even if they're just visual things, but the way the game runs currently, it wouldn't help the performance is another downside of the whole thing. Think you will know what is new, but ask if you don't. Sounds good. Looks like this is more finished out. I don't think you had this as finished out. This looks really nice. I love these doors. This is all I need to see. I want this door in the game. How do I get this in game? For real. That looks too good. About the same. Okay. You guys didn't see it. This is Ducky's mini base. How did you fit a buffin barrel in here? Again, with the crazy little base spaces. As always. Nice. Your throne idea works very well. That's a serious office chair. Can't place anything in the back room. Oh, that's a bummer. Some little details coming out. Little room. Yeah, I need to see you for the next one, Ducky. If we're going to do another one, you got to detail it. This has to be done. No more in progress. Got to be finished. Super finished. Fully completed. Where's Fred? Fred we're going to kill him. Don't worry. And I think we saw those. Saw that last time. Of course, you have floating pieces. Nice. Right, that seems all new, though. Hold on. We have to do something, though, just for Ducky. See you later, nerd. Haha. Oh, I don't have a dandelion tuft. Ow. I like the little curved staircases. He's dead. He gone. That's a fun little way to get up. I like the way this looks. This is nice. Fred is dead. Yeah, very nice. Definitely, you should mess with more of this. This looks really nice. Can retire now. Fred is gone. Exactly. You have everything floating. What is this? I remember seeing this last time, but you added some more details to it. I do still like this thing. I don't know what it is, but I like it. The floating tech does look good. Like these pieces on the inside too. That's really nice. Nice little details. I hate these two. Down with the earwigs. Kill them all. Oh, hi, Bob. Wait, you said I was going to like your buggy's name. Anthony 2, Spoderman, and Bob. Drop dead, Fred. Yeah, nobody likes that guy. The water collection area. See you later, Stinky. Yes. The one true God. Peanut. Alright, let's see this new area. Saw that last time. I think it's all this. You get everything flying all the time. Nice little bridge design here, like you're utilizing the terrain. And if you guys didn't notice, this is these are stairs as well. That's how you get this little like depth detail here, which does look really nice. Covered up with the floor, but nice little extra detail. Yes, it has supports. It isn't just floating now. What is this? Oh, interesting. You can place those on the doors. You in the mini bases, dude. You have a mini base inside your base. Oh, the big one, this one. Yes, yes. Yeah, this does look much better now. Much more fitting for how massive of a bridge it is. Didn't know they squeaked. Go away. Building a boat, I see. Props on the bridge, yes. That ham. Take that. Can't stop me. I'm the gingerbread man. Both those bridges are clean. They are. They are. Got a little basketball hoop game. I like it. This is the Nat restaurant, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Fresh cut of dozer. Ew. Ew. This is so gross. Hope in the future we can ride Fred. That would be a way better mount, honestly. I would like to ride Fred. The little spot for contemplation down there. Yeah, I want this level of like storytelling and stuff in all your bases. Am I the only one that knows the move Drop Dead Fred? The movie, I'm guessing? Ugh, why did they have to make it look like a slice of ham? It's so gross. But yeah, there it is. The gnat. Your Honey Jukes knows. You're not alone. Ew. And then just a cup. Is this a cup? It is a cup. Well, cup base. I can get on top of it. Ew. hot tub viewing spot. Kill your mascot. Nothing like taking a hot tub in my armor. Taking a hot tub in my armor. Lovely, lovely. Very nice. I like that you utilize this whole space. Get that guy. Now he's looking right. Chest inside the net. Where's that? Sounds like it would bug you. Found flies in your food last time you visited. Would Nat recommend? What chest? Like in this chest? Which chest? I see no chest. I don't know if this meets food regulations though. I'll say that. Oh, the fridge. Well, that's not a chest. The gnat roasts. Yum. We'll buzz off before I start annoying people. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Here we go. Remember a bit of it. The 90s. The 90s were a wild time for movies. They were. They were. Making food for you. What's up, Alexander? Welcome in. How's it going, by the way? Is there anything else we missed, Ducky? I follow the path. Which path? Cool if they gave us an ominous piece set and maybe the ability to build underwater somehow. We are getting I don't know what it is yet, but we are getting watery bases of some kind. I'm gonna have to get me a pair of these things. I like punching things. You got your little mini base in here as well. Try annoy with the puns all the time. I say let them fly out. Jeez, here we go. Here we go. Cobwebs in the movies. Drop dead Fred. Very nice. Could have had some natty ice in that fridge. Gosh, you guys. I wish I could come up with my own dad jokes. You guys are always so good at it. All right, Ducky. Anything else? Anything else? Little bridge there. It's turning into a compound, though. I would say next up, just fill the space. I don't know. Didn't go to the top of the cup. I would say continue filling the space, making these like. Look up maybe a community space or something. Sometimes it comes naturally. Like, you have the details for the insides of a lot of the smaller bases, but it just feels like there needs to be more of them is the biggest thing. Like, I always like the little bases you do, the fun little designs and how you can figure out how to cram the most amount of things possible into one space. It always works really well, but I want to see... I know you get bored, but finish the base over here with that level of detail, like the gnat and the storytelling and stuff. But don't be afraid to figure out like how you add more village to this. I think it feels a little sparse at times is the only thing I can really think of in terms of like what you could continue adding, since you already are kind of hitting that village vibe. Like add a smithing house. You already have a little bit here, but ideas similar to this and stuff. I would say continue coming up with ideas. Is it a tailor's? Is it you have a restaurant, but is there maybe a grocery store? Or just like look up things you'd see in a town, like an armory shop or a weapons shop, like all those sort of things. We've seen a lot of those ideas, so they're all out there. But I would continue filling up this space because it feels like you're getting to the point where you could just make a massive like village or city type thing. So I would yes, but then you can't see it very well. Even like little ideas like this, just like continue filling it up, like pick the boundaries of it, and then just start adding more little bases. But make sure they're all for the next one if we do another one. Yeah, we got to get them all to like the storytelling and detail levels that you have here. I think is the next goal. Because everywhere you have storytelling, it ends up being a really interesting idea. But I tend to think that you really want to show off one cool thing, and I want to see you finish this whole thing for the next one. Because I think the potential's all there. The ideas, the cool little spaces. The build feels like caffeine-induced Adderall-fueled fever dream. Yeah, it's like moments of pure inspiration, and then you run off your meds, which I know the feeling of. And it all goes, and then you get stuck, and you want to show off a different thing, and then you have a different idea, and then a different idea, but try to like focus on one thing and finish it. I definitely think you're headed in the right direction with all of it. I can't zoom out more. What are you talking about? This is zoomed. We're zoomed. This is as zoomed as it gets. This is all we got. You say please, like I can't do anything else. This is the extent. Go out of free cam. What does that even mean? What? There. There you go. Is this new? I didn't even know you could do this. Kind of stuck. I don't know if I like the orbit. Feels like a little diorama though. It's kind of cool. There you go. There you go. It's not new? Why are you hiding this tech from me? Day one? There you go. Does create an interesting vibe though. Yeah, just think of how you could fill in these little spaces and just keep going. You're always headed in the right direction with this stuff. But it always wants more. It wants to be done. I always want to see like that this empty space is finished. It's the only thing I can ever say. Because stuff that is finished always looks really good. Be great if all that chaos is just to zoom out and it's spelled ducky. Oh my gosh. That would be the troll that we need. Yes. To get your code. I wouldn't put it past Ducky. By any means. If anyone wants to join this one. Do I have to put those in? So, there you go. Let's see. First ever playgrounds. Okay. I don't need them. All right. So this is our first ever playground. So if anyone is interested in doing playgrounds, if you have playgrounds worlds and stuff, yes, this is our first toured one. Yes, yes. I am happy to do some of these. They'd be fun to switch things up. If you have an interesting world that you're making in playgrounds. Wait, have any what did I do? Oh jeez, we're dead. We're toast. I can't get the key. No, we're never gonna kill him. I went too. Oh, I can kill him in one hit. Well, that was easy. Why are they so easy to kill? I'm just too quick for it. That's a bug, or I'm just that good. Random tier 2 weapon, random smoothie, random tier 2 armor. I didn't get anything. Restart it. too good. You're just mad because I'm good. I mean, I don't know how to play it right. Low to save, too late. Finally home from work and ready to chill. Welcome in, Peanut. How's it going? Yeah, I'm happy to do some of these if people are ever interested, because playgrounds are really interesting. I don't have armor. Okay. It's interesting. I've never seen a playground before. Yeah, I think they're fun. We haven't messed with a whole lot of them anyways, so fun to see the potential. Okay, so I guess we fight. Uh-oh, it's dark. Developer and Ducky saying play it right is so true. The struggle. Did you make them one hit on purpose? Or is that just a feature you didn't quite figure out? It's not, I can't play it wrong. Stuff you buy goes into the big acorn chest. Okay. Random weapon. Where's my armor? Where's my weapon? I don't know why everything's one hit. I didn't make it. It's okay. People get the point and then they get to play it for themselves when you get it fixed. But it's an interesting feature to show off playgrounds, because I definitely think it's an interesting thing to explore that we haven't done in base tours and stuff, so. Playgrounds is also hard. Oh, it goes into the chest. Okay. Haha. I'm the best. Ducky just can't handle my beastliness. I thought you meant like you put it in the chest. Oh, I got a spear. Can't fix the bug where it TPs you? All good. They will be working on that stuff as it goes, you know. It'll take time, but it'll get there. Armor upgrade. I don't want arrows. Upgrades, upgrades. Fun though. Interesting ideas. This chest. Hey, where's my stuff? What is this? Is it on the other side? Is that way? This chest? This chest. Aha. What the heck am I supposed to do with this thing? Arrow refund? Rip. Rip. Can't cook yet though. Not great, but I guess we'll use it. Better than nothing, I guess. Ooh. Please don't die. A wolf spider. Green key. Green key. I am good. I one-shot everything. That's how good I am. I'm the best. I'm the best around. Nothing ever gonna bring me. Wait, how do I get out of here? I'm trapped. Uh-huh. It's a skill issue. Oh no. It's so dark, I need a torch. Oh, okay. We're back. Which one do I want to open? I like this one, it's in the rocks. Your last fight, can you do it? Make sure to buy all the stuff at the shop first. Can I go into this one then? Oh, okay, I only need one. Uh-oh. Excuse me. What'd I get? I mean, I guess that's better than the other stuff. Think you got this? I think I do too. I'm too strong for the game. It can't handle me. What do we get? Wasp grease? Sure. Fists only? No problem. Bring it. Oh, wait. I want to go this way. The Black Fang Rainbow. Oh, no. Spawning boss. Let's see if I can do it. Want some? Fix it, go back and re-download it if you want to play it right. Might take us forever. Yet to get the new trinket. What does it do? Which one? Which one? That's fun though. I know we beat it too fast, but it's a fun concept to do. If anyone does playgrounds, we should definitely do it because those are interesting ideas. It's interesting to see it and show you guys like in person. Ducky, it might take us forever. I'm just too strong. I'm just too strong. Honestly, I'm just a speedrunner. Okay, I found the glitch. I'm just too good. Don't hate the player, hate the game. And you made the game, so. The ticket looking one, oh, it's just vampirism. It's not, it just gives you on hit. Just gives you on hit. Lifesteal. That's it. Let's see how hard the first guys are, and then we'll move on. These user acceptance testing, right? That's what I'm here for. I'm helping you make a better world. I mean, let's be real. I am just that good. I have sickles for that. See how fast we can dominate. It's not fixed. The ideal bases to show jumbo, large, medium. There's not an ideal, honestly. I wouldn't necessarily say there's any one thing that's like best. Re-download it. So much work. The game just can't handle me, Ducky. Yeah, Mateo, I like seeing all of them. I think there's value to all of them at the end of the day. Is it just the same code? Wait, which one's new? How do I know which one's right? The carousel, yeah, that was epic. That was. I don't know which one it is. They're the same. Jumbo is best. I mean, we've seen really cool small bases. We've seen really incredible big bases. I wouldn't necessarily say it's like one's better than the other, but in terms of the wow factor, it's always fun seeing really big, cool bases. Just in terms of like engagement and stuff. That part's kind of fun. But you never really know. We've seen really, really cool small bases, so I can't really say one's better than the other. It's not this one. Left was best. If it's not this one, it's you, it's not me. I forgot my helmet. Would you just puts the one you just played first, so this is wrong. Well, why is this so complicated? No, it's not. I'm right every time. Ow. Too impatient. Next time on Dragon Ball Z. And I gotta buy healing? I don't want to buy healing. Mom. Do more stuff. That wasn't healing. Oh no, we're doomed. One is more impressive than the other. I think mine is more of a medium. All good. Wait, I don't get a helmet. Oh, I get this. Wait, this one just teleports me back. Doesn't make any difference. I have a medium, I guess. Can't design Mega's too good. Womp womp. But I do want / appreciate the criticism on what I'll have to share. Yeah, I think there's just as much to say is good or could use work on a large base versus small base. Do no damage. Poke its eyes out. Ow. It got me. It's a roguelike, so we have to start over. Definitely more difficult that way, though. Seen a few very impressive small bases. Yeah, I think there's a lot of value in small bases, honestly. They're more relatable, too, I think, at the end of the day. Like, more than anything is I think most people... I can't tell you how many comments I've had that people are like, this is too big. And I'm like, you know... It's all for fun, you know? Good. So, Nato, you are up next. You're small for now? Yeah. I mean, yours is definitely on the way to quite big. I wouldn't necessarily say, like, small. Yours is more medium. Small is like Ducky's Nat, like, restaurant. Like, we've seen some bases that are just maybe double that size that were really cool. Trying to think, the Daisy. It was the Daisy build where like it was built with one of these sticking out. That was like one of the coolest like pure survival regular bases that we've ever seen. I mean, the more you mess with it, the more people will play with it. And the more we get to show off stuff like that. I mean, I think that's a fun challenge for like, I'm tired of building. Like, Playgrounds has this place in Grounded that's like, I need a break from building. I need a break from gathering. I need a break from the story, or I have nothing to do. That's where I think Playgrounds are really interesting. Like, where I need to explore that more when I get bored as well. Like, I have content to do, so it's a little bit more like, I always kind of have something to do, but if you hit that point, like Playgrounds like that, like roguelite games and fun up the Only Down map that Jade had made, like those things can be really fun to like toss a couple friends in. You can have some fun just doing different things. Where you reckon I run size-wise? Yours is also like medium, I think. Medium has this like this range where it's like it's not just a small base, but it's not this like big tends to be, I would say this is more on, like, this is more mega base size that we're going to be looking at here with NATOs. But yeah, Playgrounds have a place, even if you're just like, you're just learning, Ducky, as well. Like, I think it's fun to be able to toss something in like that I could very much see a lot of people being like, hey, I want to go play something different for a little bit. That was what the first game never really got to do, which I think was the biggest issue with Playgrounds from the beginning, is that it was released way too late into the game's life cycle, and now we get to like iterate on it. We get to tell them like what is working, what is not working, what are the fun things that you can do with it. It's like modding, but I mean, I always loved, it's like Halo Forged. I loved joining random racetrack maps and making my own racetrack maps to have people join. So they're really fun. Like, I want to make a buggy racing map at some point. All right. Still think it was too late? I mean, we're not even out of early access yet. It's early as heck. It's perfect. You need it. You need Playgrounds in the game when it goes to 1.0, because there's a lot of people not playing the game. Everything one stopped on day one, huh? Took a break on mine for a little bit. I would love to submit my Playground for a tour next week if there's room. It's an RPG style map, so I think it has a lot of tour potential. Yeah, dude, Alfredo, let's do it. On the list. Name copied out. You're on the list. For sure. Everyone stopped on day one. Playing? Are you saying this game? Or what are you saying? No one is making Playgrounds? Yeah, I think it needs more work is all. It needs time. More than anything, it needs time. And they need to do a better job marketing it, I think, as well. Always wanted to go into Grounded 1 house and fight bed bugs or House Centipede. Also, Halo Forged was insane. Yeah, I loved Halo Forged. It was fun. They actually, in Halo 1, in Grounded 1, someone remade the house as a playable map if you want to check it out. I don't know what the code is or anything, but look in Grounded 1 on the Playground. Someone made the house. It'll give you really good perspective on what was good about the house and why they didn't ever go in the house. The first house you see in this build was your base before I started watching your channel. I love it. We'll get to see the progression. But all right, let's get into it. This is NATO's base. You're located on the kind of on the side of the podium. We haven't seen anything built in this area, really. We've seen some stuff over on this side, but I don't think we've ever seen anything over here. In a little starter area. I see a hatch. I have to go down it. Let's get it, Nato. Yes. Yes. Functional. It works. Not bad for your first take by any means. I sort of saw for the images and stuff for where you went, so I can definitely see the progression being made. Inspired me to try new things. That's why I started by creating a lot of different buildings. Yeah, I like it. Always love that concept. And always love seeing the progress made by like, oh, I watched your channel and I got all these ideas. 'Cause that's the goal. Inspire people to build bigger and more. It's the snake. Launch yourself down onto him. Anything you make as to her potential pasta, it is true. It is true. Definitely is true. A little water catchment area. All right, but now we get to see what happens when you start watching TimberBuilds. What an advertisement for the channel, Nato. I can definitely tell you stepped it up right from the start. You even have that's even on its own grid too. I didn't notice that right off the bat. All sorts of stuff. You can immediately tell, like, you very quickly started messing with a lot of the fun ideas that we all are kind of testing out and seeing. The fun floor patterns, adding more depth and stuff to the entrances and walls. All looks really nice. A lot more detail work, which I think is cool. And I already love that it's like village city vibes. I have a lot of fun doing stuff like that. But you have like storytelling going on. This person up here like singing on the stage. Always very nice. Little fire pit spaces. Love to see them. Of course, the bathroom. Everyone's got a bathroom now. You guys come up with an idea and everyone's just like goes ham with it. Love it. Except give this guy some privacy. Yeah, I like the little like fire pit areas and how you have like the armor dummies and everything. Creates life. I know it's not for everyone. Not everyone's looking to make like a storytelling type build, but I do think it adds a lot of fun. I always think it's very fun to have. It brings life to the build more than anything. People doing things, you can see what's happening. Gives you things to do. It always gives you things to do and build and add to a base, which is it makes it fun. Little basketball court. Great use of we did see the most epic basketball court. If you guys didn't see not last week's but the previous the most recent base tour Tuesday that we did, that was a really cool basketball court. No not talking down on yours, but it was pretty epic. Little throne area, really like it. Looking at every corner. Yeah, a lot of little things happening. I like the use of like the terrain and stuff, like you're building up onto the blocks, which we talk a lot about, which works really well. Yeah, love it. Like I love bases like this. I know I probably just skipped a bunch of things, but we'll get to everything. It's always really fun, these like just random sprawling crazy bases, utilizing all the terrain, ins and outs of an area, not just sticking with just one space, but kind of utilizing it all. Little upstairs area you're still working on. Get up there. How do we get up there? Stage area floor matches the shadows between 10 a.m. and some other time during the day. Interesting. I'll have to see if we can hit it at the right time randomly. Like the little like custom windows and stuff. Look like the Snake Eyes armor. This is Nato, Grim. This is Nato's base. Or bases. I'm I'm gonna have to add some of these into my base. We were talking about how the front of my base looks like a snake. Like, this might be perfect. Those look really cool. Simple little detail that really goes a long way. I thought I saw some stuff back here. Let me out. On the roof, baby. Yeah, you went. It's crazy how insane you built so much compared to that first base. Like, this is way bigger than I thought it was. Holy cow. Much, much bigger than I thought it was. I always join a world to see, just kind of get an idea of what I'm looking at, but I always try to kind of keep it so I don't necessarily know. See a little bit of the detail, but there's a lot of stuff I did not see, so this is fun. Definitely loving the usage of, like, there's a lot of details, a lot of fun little details. I love how every single house is, like, totally different from one another, which looks really nice. This is a really nice little detail as well. Great little way to bump those up. Ooh, that looks really nice. That's a great little roof detail too. Telling how you've done every single roof, like, building is totally different. You said you considered this small. Nato said, what did Nato call it? Medium? Yeah, Nato said this was medium, but I think this is, I would say this is on mega build size for sure. You're definitely on that level where it's huge. Ooh, these look really nice in the corners. That's a detail I'm taking. I've been wanting to mess with those, so that's a really cool idea with them. Yeah, once you have a village, you're mega building. Easily call this mega building. What do you have going here? Oh, did you make these on a different grid? Is that what happened? Oh yeah, you did. This is really nice too. Dude, the amount of, like, progress you made from that first base then to just, like, watching the stream and coming up with all this is pretty insane. This is awesome. It's very, very cool. Like the tiered bridges and stuff. Just keep going. Very eclectic, but I was trying different things. I like it. I like that you're trying different things. I think that's really fun. I mean, it gives a lot of interesting ideas. This is like the mega build that I think a lot of people can learn from. Just because it's got 20 different styles of bases going on. So, like, there's something for everyone in a build like this. You have open bases, you have closed bases, you have, like, unique windows, you have small living spaces, you have little story to be told. There's a lot of interesting things happening here. The way you've connected this area feels like a perfect use of the whole thing too. Dude, these are really cool. I love that it's just like a ton of small bases put together to make a big base. Put like the little, this looks like a little aphid base or something. This is a cool use of the new material as well. Oh, and you even like use the fence to build the inside of it, which looks really nice. A lot of really cool stuff going on. Consider you're small. This is epic compared to mine. A little larger scale, I would say. Progression is all your channel. Yeah, it's all everybody on the channel. That's the goal, right? At the end of the day, it's that we all just keep inspiring each other to build more. Build more and more and more. Never stop. Very, very cool. Love that there's like the whole bridge connecting everything. Kind of building an outer wall area. The scale is awesome on top of the little details. Everything is unique. Yeah. And there's still so much room for you to keep testing ideas, which I think is really fun. Yeah, you even have like these little things sticking out for like antennas or something. A lot of cool details. A lot of really cool details. Some water. Turn my AC on and cooking. Supposed to be a jail? Oh, I like it. It's creepy. It's so creepy how you can see that through the mouth too. It looks really nice. It's a fun detail. And you even have multiple grids going on inside the head too. Small details that are easily overlooked, but very nice. Like a little bounce web tower there. This is a really nice little bounce web tower. I like that. It's like built into the corner. It's a nice detail. Straight to jail. Like each room has its own, or each house has its own cool little idea to it, which I love. Like the turrets protecting everything looks awesome. Like a little brazier thing there on that tower. Little lookout tower up on the lily pad looking thing. Kind of reminds me of like Lord of the Rings, where they have all of the towers that they light. You can light them from each individual spot, and it, like, warns people in a line. Overcooked chicken, undercooked fish, straight to jail. Build too many houses, straight to jail. Saving like the best for last, and whatever the heck's happened over here too. Fire beacons from Lord of the Rings, yeah. Very quickly reads as that, which is really cool. Got the big old house over here too. Lots of fun stuff. The beacons are lit. Gundor calls for aid. I love how everyone's using this now. Everyone's gone ham. Oh, interesting. Use those as like a little bench detail. Flip them in there. Fun little sitting areas. I like how you've utilized the terrain of everything. Like, instead of just being like, oh, this spot sucks, there's leaves in the way, you've just kind of accepted that as part of the base. How gorgeous is that? What a perfect use of the flower too. Supposed to be signal fires. Yeah, it reads very well. It's very obvious like what you're trying to do and how it reads. It works nice. This is awesome. I love that you lit this flower up. I love, we've seen a couple builds that utilize things like this, but I do really enjoy seeing fun pieces like this that like show off the cool things that the devs have made, especially because they like glow. Yeah, you lit them up. They look very nice. Let's see. Gotta see it at night. Very pretty. Very cool. A lot of cool ideas. You even like sunk the limes into the ground so they are lit up as well. Very cool. Little top of the hut sort of thing as well. Top area that, geez, like you even more stuff up there. What the heck is this going? Oh yeah, you can even, it looks even better from up here. That looks really nice. It's a fun floor pattern. We haven't, there's so many ideas you can do with these floors. Like it's kind of insane how many things you can do. But yeah, firefly light is the top. Yeah, that does work well. Yeah, you really get a scale of the whole thing. We didn't even like see all this stuff. It's very fun how you've connected the whole thing together, and then like the floor patterns, only putting some of these in the floor. Really cool little pattern work. There's so many details that are so easily missed that you only really get to see from like a perspective like this. What a view. Very cool. Stinking fence. Ruining everything. There we go. Nope, still doesn't. Yeah, it gives you a good perspective of the whole thing. There's so much room you still have. I don't even know if you like. We saw some of the stuff down there, but we didn't get a great view of these little things. We can see that. Oh, I also missed that one room as well. Yeah, how you grew that piece up. I noticed I missed that. Floor from above reminds me of wind swirls with such a good theme floor idea. Yeah, or even like this. Really good use of just the random things the game offers. Really cool. Building the floor out around this thing to make this big mushroom useful, because they're not easy to use. Kind of funky. Those bounce elevators at the top of the statue can be skipped. Okay. Then just skip this whole thing, or is there stuff I should see up there? Yeah, we missed all this stuff. Oh, there we go. I love that you use so much of the terrain. It's very cool. And then there's the elevator to go up and down that we saw from above. It's a really cool detail to have inside a base as well. Hiding something up there, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Loving the floor patterns and stuff, and really nice. The flying carpet, that's great. Using the flying carpet to make the pool, very cool. Got a scuba mask on. Dude, loving the ideas. And then like using the mushroom to look like the level of water. Very cool. Very well done. Loving this. Creativity, man, is through the roof. I mean, like different grids and stuff. Man, there's so much happening. It's all just a half-completed elevator to the top of the statues. Okay. Can you show how the pumpkins are set flat to the ground? Yes, if I can find them in a minute. Oh, what is this? Oh, we have a frickin' trampoline basketball hoop. Love it. I love how much fun you're having with it. Alright, we can check the pool out and stuff. Yeah, now that it's night, it's even better. See all this stuff. Dude, the off-grid work is very subtle. I think is what I love about the off-grid work that you've been doing. Very, very subtle, but it adds a cool amount of detail. So much happening. Like so much utilization of everything. Very cool. Bar stools, so much stuff, man. Little hotel room type things built out in these areas as well. Feels like we could explore for hours and still find little things. A rock climbing wall. I was wondering. I was like, what is this? What am I missing? I get it now. Dude, that's clever, dude. Very clever. Alright, well, holy cow, dude. The creativity is through the roof. I missed that. I was wondering. I was like, is it a shrine? No, a freaking rock climbing wall. Good call, 117. Dude, this is epic. This is pretty insane. It even kind of looks like, without having the effect of water, it gives the effect of water, which is really well done. Very nice. It's so much bigger than I thought. At first glance, it doesn't look like it have anywhere near this amount of detail. You're just like, oh, cool. It's a bunch of cool little houses, bunch of cool little ideas, but there's so much happening every single place. Loving it. Very creative. Yeah, just the use of all the space. It's unassuming when you first look at it. Like, it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of build. But the detail that's, like, hidden down in little areas is really interesting. Very nice. Is there anything else, Nato, that we need to see that I have missed? I feel like it'd be very easy to miss something. It's feeling like maybe we saw everything, but I don't know. Lots going on. Oh yeah, you were asking how to get the floor pieces as well while we wait. You just have to place these a quarter or a half floor down. So you just place these and then you build the floors over them. That's all it takes. Yes, pumpkin ground. Very simple. You only miss the green room below the caterpillar. Okay. Is that this? Caterpillar. Let me know if that's enough, OB. Oh yeah, here you go. More use of terrain pieces and stuff. Very nice. In the shadow. Can we... Oh, now I understand what you're saying. I see. Matches that. That's cool. Now I get what you're saying. That's fun. It's a really cool idea. Guess it depends on the angle of the sun too. I don't know how that changes things. Interesting. The green room for picks like a red room is. Very cool, man. Very, very cool. There's a lot of creative ideas happening here that are just like really subtle and interesting. Well, in terms of first impressions, I think what's cool about this one, at first glance, it looks like a cool base. It looks like, oh, this is interesting. There's a lot of different styles going on, but it's like, as I was saying, unassuming, which I think is kind of the interesting part of it. That's one of the parts I like most about it, is that it doesn't immediately scream what's happening in each of it. So like first impressions are almost like, it's more like a first impression is like a 7 because you just see it at surface level, but then when you get into the details, it's more of like a 9 or like a 9.5. Like there's so many interesting little intricate pieces that I love that you have to discover it. You don't just see them from the beginning. Early, you can kind of see like, oh, there's some huts, there's some different houses and stuff in the whole thing. But unless you really see the entire thing, it's like it's very unassuming, which I think is really fun. You really have to discover each piece of it, because the layering that you used with the different heights and stuff, you utilize this space very, very well, which makes it's very fun to explore as like someone who didn't know what they're getting into and what they're going to see. So I really, really like that. The layouts and interiors, I think they're all really fun. The layout of the overall space, I think, is what's like standing out most to me about this. Just like how you connected all these different pieces. You didn't just build a bridge that could have gone straight across. Like you used fun off-grid stuff. You used the highs and the lows really well, the open spaces to build houses, but then you like added fun details to make the layout work really well and be really interesting to fill the voids in between everything. Yeah, it feels like a theme park. It really does. There's just like, you never know quite what you're going to stumble into at any given point. Whether it's a trampoline, a trampoline area, or a rock climbing space, or a pool, the concert area that lines up with shadows. Like, everything at first glance is like more than meets the eyes, I think, is what's so fun about it. Is it just like, it gets better and better the more you see it, which is not something that's easy to do, I don't think. I think it makes it really fun. The layouts of the interiors of the bases, I think, like, obviously you've spent quite a bit of time on here, and I think that really shows. Keep working on the other rooms and stuff, or the other houses. Those interiors are obviously still work like pieces that are in work, or in progress. So keep working on it, because I want to see how you come up with more cool ideas with all of these, because I think you're headed. But I can obviously see that you spent a huge amount of time doing all this crazy design work. Like, just placing those columns is a project on its own. So it's easy to understand why this is a work in progress while you're still adding to things, because it's a really cool, really cool base. I mean, the interior work with like this room is freaking awesome. The use of the mushroom, just the interiors of these little spaces, they're really cool. Really cool. I don't know, other than just keep going. Like, I know that's never, I always hate saying that because it's not super helpful. Keep going, because all the ideas that you have going if everything gets that level of detail, you're there. Like, there's no question about it that you're going to be good with everything once it gets there. But I want to see the insides of these even more detailed out and stuff. Kind of like where we are for 117. Like, the interiors of those is, you guys have like swapped, where like your exterior spaces and areas are what OB needs, and OB's interiors are what you need, and like you combine you two, and it's like perfection, because you both have like a really cool level of detail. I mean, even just the staircases being on their own grids, and just there's a lot of intricate pieces that just keep coming. Keep going, because I want to see more. We've seen everything, but it's very cool. In terms of materials and exterior, there's a lot happening. I think like the uses of everything is really fun. The detail work, I mean, like, every piece of it has something interesting going on, whether it's a grid that pops something off, whether it's a different use of material. Maybe at first glance they're a little bit kind of eclectic, like you said, but I mean, that's also exactly what you're going for. Like, you're purposefully trying to test out different ideas and different concepts. So I can't really grade you as a whole on one thing, because each thing is sort of meant to be individual in its own way. But I really like the exteriors on this. I don't have a whole lot of comments on like how you've done each one. I think each one individually works really interestingly. There's just, yeah, a lot of interesting ideas. I mean, even the interiors, like the layouts and stuff, the detail work and the finer details could be bumped up in some of these spaces, but the layouts themselves work really well, and the exteriors read really awesomely. They're just like, they're completely unique in each thing, and each one of them has some interesting idea. Definitely has, like, each one has its own thing that I'm like, oh, that's really cool. Oh, that's totally different. That's its own idea. Like, you testing something different in every space, which I really appreciate and think it looks cool. I have very little to say on the exteriors and stuff. I think, like, the way you're adding some of these things in and testing ideas is, like, the perfect mentality to have, and just keep adding, I think, would just if it ends up being just this, like, massive, there's, like, 20 of these houses that are all designed slightly differently, I think it's going to look like the most epic village city that we've seen. Puts mine to shame, I think, at the end of the day. Because there's just a lot of interesting little things going on. But I really like it. Structurally, where it uses structure and stuff, there's not a whole lot that I can say. Like, I kind of like that some of these are, like, raised up and almost feel like they're floating. Kind of fits the concept of what you've got going here, like a raised patio. So, like, those structural pieces, and then other pieces are sort of more tied down to everything, but I mean, everything feels like it has the right amount of structure. Like the bridges and stuff all utilize the right amount of things. Like, there's not a whole lot I can tell you in terms of that stuff. Maybe one thing I could say on the exteriors, where you've used roofs and stuff really interestingly in some of these details, but maybe just some of these could use a little bit more oomph to them, a little less like squareness for some of them, but even like the exterior details that you've done do look really cool. It's kind of another like a nitpicky comment, like I've said before. Just little tiny things trying to give you ideas to kind of bump some of these smaller houses up. Harder to do on these scales, but I'd love to see maybe some more of these things in some of it. Just helps break up some of these bigger flat walls, but I mean, even here, you're starting to do a good job of messing with materials to do that. It doesn't always have to be on smaller individual houses or builds. They don't have to be insane, but just one thing maybe you could kind of work on some of these, but not that they're like, don't really need it. Just another like thing to just try to give you some helpful input and stuff, because I think a lot of it works really well. I like that you're experimenting with everything. If you have, you and Chap need to get into a world together, and he like build like a theme park extravaganza between the two of you, because you both have really cool, crazy ideas, and how to do these like exterior amusement park type resort designs, which are really fun. There's a lot of interesting things. Also, probably one of my favorite things about the whole thing is your utilization of the landscape and terrain, where you're using all this stuff to enhance the design, and utilizing the terrain, the levels and stuff is just like top tier. Top tier. Very little I can say other than just more, please. Much more, as multiple people have said. I want to see more of it. I want more ideas from what you're throwing out there, because it all is really interesting. And even like utilizing these, like it's very well done. Very well done. Functionality, in terms of the base itself, like obviously none of this is meant to function, but it work, like you have your main base here, it works. So there's very little I can say in terms of that. It's laid out nicely. Things are in the right spots. Things work. And then you're just kind of going crazy and having fun with everything. But on these mega builds, that's the hardest thing to grade, is like functionality, because they're not meant to function outside of maybe like it's theme park resort extravaganza, whatever we want to call it. It works as that. It tells a story of fun. Yeah, theme park extravaganza, exactly. It does what it's meant to do. It's having fun. Everything reads as exactly what it is. Like, you know, it's a pool. People in chat were like, that's a climbing wall. Like, immediately this reads as this, like, the music stage, and then like an outdoor venue space. Like, everything reads as it is, and it functions in the sense that you had an idea and you like executed it really well. So I think that is very well done. The theme and continuity, I think what I love about it is that like everything is its own experimentation. Like some of these builds, the theme and continuity doesn't really fit, outside of maybe as a larger thing, like we said, theme park extravaganza. Like, it fits that theme of just fun houses and different ideas. But I appreciate that you're just testing ideas more than anything. You're having fun with building new things, different things. I tend to fall in the park of like, I create a theme behind things and I stick with it, where I could utilize some of this. In some of my city builds, like this is what I have to start thinking through, is I tended to get a little too repetitive at times. So like just going for it with each build being totally different and a new experimentation on something different. Woohoo. Beautiful. Yeah, it all works really well. The creativity, I don't know how to give you anything but a 10 on this one. Like the unique ideas between the bases, the utilization of the area itself, the theme park, the pool, the trampoline area, the rock climbing wall. Like, it's just, it exudes creativity in every way. The lining up of shadows with flooring, like I don't know what anything else but to tell you. Like, I have no comments on how to be more creative. Like, everything is fun and interesting and unique in every way. It all looks very good. Very good. Keep being inspired by your videos. Well, glad I can do some inspiring for you, because I feel like you're inspiring people better than I am right now. You put lights into the caterpillar. It's just on it. It's just a lamp. Technically, if you can get the light placed and then place the caterpillar over them, that works as well. So if you place one of those, the lamp, then you can just move the caterpillar on top of them, essentially. But you kind of have to get it placed slightly right, or else it won't work. Turn it on too, that helps. Works out well because it's over the back of it. And the overall potential, again, nothing I can say but keep going. Like, the potential of this area is being utilized perfectly. You have so much space that you've given yourself that, like, you have an easy 10 on the potential of it, because you've got really cool ideas going, and now you have just more space to just keep building craziness. As we get more build pieces and more stuff, like, it's only going to get more interesting. I'm very interested to see where it goes in the long run. Yeah, I mean, I got very little for you. It's really interesting. You put the floor on the floors to get the design. It is pillars. So you have to utilize a mushroom or a pumpkin pillar, and then you can place the floors on top of them. So you have to design with this height in mind, and then it's just a floor on top of it with whatever the design is. So it takes a little bit more depth, but like these ones are built in the sense that they built them really high off the ground to make the floor. But if you watch some of my older streams when we first started my base, the VODs on my channel, you can see those Icarus where I built all that live on stream. Yeah, man, Nato, this is awesome. This is really fun to see. Very, very well done. Very excited to see where it goes in the future and how you just keep adding to it. I see lots and lots of potential with what you got going on. Very cool. Oh, that's even a super high diving board. I didn't even realize that. Happy to help, Chris. All right, we'll do one last dive in. We need a half ladder. Yeah, it's just everything works, man. Everything works really fun. Trying to leave room for future build materials. Thanks for the suggestion. Yeah, very well done. I keep messing with stuff. The more off-grid stuff you do in these, like, I guess the last thing I'll leave you with is the more off-grid stuff you do with these, like, cities, the more organic they feel. It just, like, that, continue doing that, because I think that's what makes for the best city builds when you get to this scale. Yes, Ducky, that is the storytelling I want. All right. Another awesome one. Another very, very cool one. All right, I'm going to turn my AC on and run to the bathroom real quick, and then we'll get to the next one. Just so everyone knows, Cannonball Clint is up next. I will be right back. Yes, I do have a be right back one. Doesn't really. I don't have. I'll just leave. Better that way. All right. She definitely a nice type base. Yeah. Yours is? Yeah. I did see that. Oh. All right, I got a new card that I need to add. A timber stretches. Because I sit at this dang chair for 15 hours a day, and it's a problem. Well, if you ask me to read Discord, I'm going to read it, you know. So much room for activities. Yeah, exactly. Okay, get situated here. When say what I said. What? Are you saying you don't want me to, or you're saying I don't want to? Ooh, my FPS is horrible on this base. You must have a lot of lights. Holy cow, yeah. I think it looks better for you guys than it does for me, actually. Interesting. My FPS feels horrible. You want me to? Ducky said more storytelling. And it's... show us everyone's. I don't have a very good way of showing it. I don't have a very good way of showing it without showing the entire thing. Oh, maybe this works. Here we go. Alright, I'm heading off early. Have a good night. I'll check out the rest of the stream later. Sounds good, rock me. This is Ducky's storytelling. Bob, he's falling to his death. This is more storytelling for Ducky. Call a medical airship. There you go. But yes, more storytelling like that. Yes. Yes, please. We love storytelling. But in every space. Just leak the DMs. I mean, technically, it's just yours. I just didn't want to show everyone. Alright, where do we go? Which one of these goes up? Any of it? How do I jump? Over there. Okay. Ooh. This one. There we go. Sketchy. No. Oh yeah, I can see why it's laggy. Okay, makes sense. Oh yeah, this is cool. Great start. I love the roof pattern already. The detail work here, integrating these into it, those look really nice. I can tell why it's laggy though. Mine gets shown, everyone gets shown, we all fall together. It's all good. Gonna follow Rockbean, call it a night. Thank you again for showing off your build. Have a great night. Sounds good, 117. Thank you, man. Thank you for all the support you've done for the stream and stuff too. Hope you guys have a great rest of your evenings. Yeah, this looks awesome. What is on top of here? Oh, it's a pine cone roof. Nice. It's not even just a floor. I like that. That's a nice detail. This thing is detailed as heck. I'm gonna go grab food. Sounds good. Loving this. Very, very cool. The detail on all of this is really, really nice. Like the use of grass just as an added piece so it like glows. Like that looks, the roof looks really cool with these. This is really, really interesting. Very, very cool. Your lighting is absolutely right. Night build. I guess it is becoming night, so perfect. Perfect timing. Wow. I'm lost. Lost in the sauce. Spiders up top, and chandeliers added in here. Nice hot tub area. Ooh, this looks really nice. These are really cool as a floor. Very nice. Hopefully this isn't horribly laggy for you guys. I'm scared to go down before I see the rest of this. Come back up. Next level of details? Yeah. Dude, your lighting is crazy. And it's like seamless. Like you don't even really notice, like even just how you added the lights here. Like they all just kind of like blend in really well. Very, very well done. Oh yes, boxing gloves. Lots of fun details. Ooh, another new floor. We've unlocked a new floor. Build would crash your Xbox? Yeah, it definitely would. I mean, it's close to crashing my PC, so. Alright, we'll go down and come back up. Okay, cool. Wasn't that far down. The inner workings, yeah, just lights everywhere. Oh, these are floating too. Interesting. Great little storage spot for all your pallets and stuff. It's a fun new little design. It's similar to what we've seen, but I always love seeing how people use different materials for these. Bounce web, even like this like corner stayer, like little things like that. Really nice. Oh, this is a different area. Ooh. Cool chandelier. Oh, I missed. Wait. Oh no. Oh, okay. I thought I was about to fall off the world. I love using these. If anyone hasn't seen these before, if you don't complete these, they look like little light bulbs. Really nice. Love that little detail. I use that in my grounded 1 base. Love it. Ah, there's a mantis. Okay. Nice. Again, the lighting is insane. You know who has not been in a hot minute? Hot Sauce, Luda, Knife, Batman, and Offred. Yeah, time zones are tough. Going up on a Tuesday. Seamless work with the bounce web elevators too. Really nice. Holy cow. Just goes everywhere. Love the window details you did with these. These are really nicely integrated. Yeah, I know what Batman is. Chikaka. Nice detail work here as well. The floors are very fun. Dude, your lighting is insane. I love seeing bases with this much lighting. Oh, that looks horrible. Got a bounce web. Where the heck does that go from? Lots of lights, yeah. Tanking my FPS. Did you get your stool build on here? Yeah, Uncle Beef, please do. Reach out to me on Discord. Just let me know when you're ready. Yeah, more chandeliers, more everything. Very nice. Fun layering, fun chandeliers and lights and for like drop ceilings and stuff. A cool little architectural detail. So much. Oh wait. Let me back up. And working on it when I can. I'm trying to keep the build contained in the stool. I like it. I almost built there. I did almost build there. One goes down. No, it goes up. This goes up. That goes down. There we go. Ah, this is what I saw. This is where I spawned earlier. This is what I took the screenshot from, I think. Tried not to spoil too much of it. But very cool little shroom, the shroom room. got all your sap collectors. Again, the lighting is insane. Oh, nice. You took the, love it. The little detail to place the bounce web down in there as well. Ooh. Oh, I could have just gone up here. Dude, your bounce web elevators are awesome. I like it. I like it a lot. Like that you can like bounce yourself back up too. Ceiling looks freaking awesome too. I love how you've hid the lights in these as well. They're not just like, they're like so seamless. Like I know I've already said this, but putting the lights in the walls, seamless. Very, very seamless. Don't want to do this from the very bottom. But even, I mean, the bounce webs are seamless too. Like everything. Chandeliers, freaking awesome. So many interesting little details. Amount of resources in that area is insane. The stool area is underrated. Yeah, it's a good spot. I almost built there. I mean, I already said that, but how we go up, up, going up on a Tuesday. I see more. I guess I probably have to use this bounce. Go higher. No. There's a bounce somewhere I'm missing. I didn't even notice that was an aphid side too. Aphids versus the woolly aphids. Little armor spaces. The army of aphids, yes. By the deck and fridges. Where were the fridges? I'm turned around. Oh, too fast. This deck? Got a lot of decks. That's a lot of dick. Aha. Again, they just like, you have them placed all over the place. It works really well. Nice. Jerky racks, very functional. Snag those for you. Okay, the buggy houses. This is a nice little room. That's creepy. Very nice. More buggy house stuff. Back of house buggies. Going up. Holy... Okay, now I see why my FPS is garbage. This floor is ridiculous. What is this? What is this? This floor is ridiculous. How many floors do you... This is like 10,000 floors, Clint. This is insane. I was like, I know this is a lot of lights, but I was like, I don't feel like it's that many lights. That frickin' floor is with lag and everything. The interactive environment of the buggy, love it. Holy crap, dude. That's what's problem. There's like 7,000 things clipping into the floor. There's like 17 trillion burr floors, dude. This is insane. Like, I don't even know. This is literally every piece you could possibly do. Floor uses 1 burr, uses no lint. The perk of this piece is it doesn't use lint, it's just 1 burr. But still, high tread count burr floor, yeah. It's every way possible, yeah, that's ridiculous. Ninja is building off-grid specifically for PC, can't seem to make it work well on Xbox. It 100% works on Xbox, definitely does. It's the same exact concept. I think the harder part is that there's a little bit more like it's a little easier to place things with a mouse and keyboard, I find. But I know lots of people have built it on Xbox. It's exactly the same concept. I do have a video I'm working on, but I haven't had a lot of time to work on it. Dude, this floor, like, look at all the... If you're ever lagging, you can see why. It's just constantly trying to figure out what the heck it's doing with its life. Love the entrance. Very fun. That floor kills me. Oh, dude, these look sick. This is a really good use of these new pieces, too. Love it. Rid of medallion in the middle of the floor. Yeah. It's insane. Insane. Loving these. The light, dude, all the lighting, all the ceilings, all the details, man. This is nuts. Breaking my brain. It's what I like to see. Gotta find that angle. Yeah. There, like, the nice thing is with a mouse, you can use the center, the mouse wheel, to more easily rotate them. There's more rotation options. So it's a little easier to kind of click them in and out to like a specific thing to match them up. But all it really is just unsnap from grid, and then you just have to have something supporting it, like the floor, or a pebble floor will also do it, as you can kind of see here. It just doesn't want to place because of the carpets. We opening a pack? If you do pack open, you didn't do it. No one's done it, but I can do one at the end of the stream. I got some packs just for stream, so there you go, Alfredo. Thank you. Dude, your floors are nuts. This is ridiculous. This is insane. Oh, you can't. Oh, because you can't use Twitch. True. Yeah, Alfredo's got you. We will open one or two of them at the end of the stream. Don't worry. Wow, this floor is nuts. Wow. So much happening everywhere. It's the best kind of chaos. Clint's house. I love it. You made this into like a cookery. Dude, the lighting work is insane. I love this. This is nuts. Like the layering. There's just so much going on. Bounce web there too. Yes. I saw this and was like, I think that goes to the top, so I don't want to skip this level if it doesn't. Yeah, they use the carpets and stuff. Ultimate empty box. It's not empty though. It's got midnight snacks in it. Yeah, this is nuts, man. Ropables. It's like grindables. I like that word. Ropables, I think I like even more. Oh yeah, this one just went up to here. Okay. I wasn't sure if it was going to go all the way up, but very nice. Oh, dude. Wow. This is nuts. $33K for an ETB. Oh my gosh. I got an ETB that I'm going to use the packs for stream openings, but I wasn't planning on opening the whole thing. But I forgot to check. Is my birthday on a stream night? It is not. Saturday this year. Wow. Wow, Clint. What the heck? This is insane. It keeps doing things. Wow. This base is basing. My birthday is May 2nd. May 2nd. Coming up. I did get 3 first partner packs to open for my birthday, so I might have to open one of those on stream. I don't know. Is that everything? Is there anything else, Clint? I I don't know. It looks like it just keeps going, but I think we've reached the end, if I'm not mistaken. May 21st, Ducky. May birthdays for the win. Little bathroom by the hot tub. This hot tub? Oh, that. Uh-huh. I know I saw these and didn't even think of it. Funny. Nice. I was like, oh, those are just part of the design out here, but no, it's another little hidden feature. Holy cow, man. This is nuts. That floor is killing me. It's so ridiculous. In the best way. Ridiculous in the best way. Are these floor, 4 small triangle, and 1 crescent floor? I think it's just a bunch. It's mostly just a bunch of crescent floors. Just rotated in the same spot, like over and over and over and over again. Some of them, as you can see here, are these curved floors, but the majority of the upper ones are just every single crescent floor. The other floors are a little more limiting, I will say. But yeah, it's just crescent floor after crescent floor after crescent floor in every single spot. But there's a lot of flexibility with these. They kind of let you do anything. ETB pack opening Saturday stream. I definitely will not be streaming Saturday. I'll be golfing. Other science rug looks really good with the marshmallow bean bags. Yeah, that might be... I mean, there's a lot of things I like about this, but there's just something very satisfying about the way this color combo like works out. Looks really satisfying. Very, very satisfying. You have 33k points for 33 packs. I don't have that many packs to open. They're too expensive to open that many, but... That's about it. There's a super long road to the light post. Your roommate clipped into the light using a chair. Head towards your base, going along the shovel, then all the way up. That way. Do I have dandelion tuft? So fast with the aphid slippers. I never use them. Yeah, I'll get the spider when I can get it out. This is what my base looks like when it's not there. Only use aphid slippers. I just never use them in this game as much as I once did because I use a full armor set because I don't like dying to things. But we'll probably open a first partner pack on Friday on stream. That sounds fun. That's 3 packs with like a really cool promo set. To the hand. Dude, this floor. What? This looks sick. The fact you are gonna do this over the entire floor is ridiculous, dude. This is so... the amount of stuff you've done. Holy cow. This is so expensive for a freaking bridge. What is this? You guys are insane. Holy cow. Skill issue? You're not wrong. That's the perfect emote for that. Just Pinhead is also a good one. Wow, Clint. This is nuts. This is going to be such an expensive floor. I'm here for it, though. I'm here for it. Since we probably have like 1 base after this, we can open a pack now, and then we'll open a pack after the next one. That's a good way to do it. Save is crazy? Yeah, it's nuts. Dude, this is... You guys are insane. Once you go to it, you can't get out? Okay. What the heck is this chaos? Your floors, dude. These are nuts. This is an insane amount of building to do this stuff. Assuming it's the throne. Yeah, the survival. Yeah. Nuts. Let's see the whole thing from the outside. It's cool to see this thing, though. This is where eventually I wanted to build up to, but that's not happening anymore. How cool is it to be like build inside this thing, though? That's freaking awesome. Wow, you guys are nuts. Oh, looks so cool from. Wait, what? Looks nuts. This is gonna be freaking awesome too. You know, very much in work in progress, but stole your buddy's stuff. It's mine now. Very cool. This is gonna be really cool when you guys do this too. This light bulb is. What does this look like at night? Insane. Single wide. Stairs up to the lantern. Wow. Can't get out. Well, we're stuck now. So your buddy just builds in here. How does he get out? Does he kill himself to get out? Is that why the thing was there? Can't see the light inside of it at night. Interesting. Yeah, he just kills himself. That's funny. Can't he just put a chair down in the bottom somewhere? Gotta think you gotta be able to like throw another throne like right out here or something maybe? Stuck in it completely. We're never getting out. Oh no. How do we review the save? We'll have to reload. Need another one? Yeah. That's awesome. Alright, I'll have to reload a save to be able to do the grading on this one. Then we don't have to run all the way back, which is nice. Well, Clint, what do I say? I don't know what to tell you on this one. This is nuts. I've been pleasantly surprised on all of these bases tonight. There's so much like, they're all so different. To come up with the correct idea to get out of the base consistently, the bulb lights up. Okay. Yeah, man, I don't even know what to say. Like, this is super fun. I mean, every piece of it is like insane. There's so little that I can like tell you to improve on. I feel like you guys are showing me tonight how to build cool stuff. Less so me showing you. Really good at deciphering bad autocorrects and spelling. Yeah, I mean, that's the job, right? That's the job. As someone who is really bad at using autocorrect and spelling in chats, I've gotten good at it. It's a good example right there. I love how you prove the point in your own message, trying to tell me that I'm good at it. Oh man, no, it's all good. Yeah, first impressions, man. I don't know what to tell you. Like, this is insane. I mean, the detail work, the just everywhere is so cool. I mean, everything is detailed like to the nines. Like, there's just nothing. There's no expense spared. Like, this is another one of those, like, I don't know if we're ever going to get to the level of it, and it's also a creative build, the carousel. Like, that's like the peak of peak because it's just so insane what Off-Grid did. But at the end of the day, like, in terms of a survival base, I don't know how you get much better than this insanity. Like, it's just everywhere is detailed. Maybe it's not for everyone. Like, the chaotic kind of build is maybe like the only thing I can downgrade it is it's like it's pure chaos. in a build with like the insane floors and like some people may think it's too much is like the only thing you could say about it. But in terms of someone who just like loves seeing craziness like this, like I absolutely love and appreciate this build, every piece of it. So it's like first impressions, I don't know how to give you anything but a 10. Like it's one of those builds where it's just like everything, there's nothing you haven't thought about. Every level is to the next level and in every space. The only downside is like some people might say it's chaotic, too chaotic for their own liking, but I really enjoy the chaos of it. The lighting is some of the best lighting we've probably ever seen in a survival build. And it's just like, it's everywhere. It's interesting. The ceilings, the floors, like every detail is done really well. Like, and you don't, I think what's really fun is you don't even really recognize where you are in this build. Like, you know by how you get up here that you're super high up on top of the garden or the greenhouse, but once you're in the base, you have no concept of where you are, which is super fun in a survival build to be like that detailed that you kind of just like lose track of where you are in the world. And you're going up and down, the bounce web elevators, like all of that stuff is like pure chaotic fun, which I really love. The layout and interior, again, outside of it maybe being too chaotic for some people in terms of detail work, I just don't know what to say other than like the layouts. Like it's super fun, the ups and downs of the whole thing, like utilizing the whole space, as well as you have the elevators to get to each level are insane. There's just like so much depth in the design of the whole thing. There's just so little I can say to like I would improve upon. Like I just love the full commit to just fill every space with something. Every single spot you look at is something new and interesting and different. There's just like there's no lack of detail anywhere. Just like everything has its own vibe too. I mean, even like to immerse yourself in like go to the outside of the base and to immerse yourself in making your own like custom trees and stuff along with mushrooms just to make a space feel more in like enchanted forest kind of vibe, like kind of insane. Really, really fun to go through. Someone just getting to experience this for the first time, it's like so fun. Everywhere is really fun, really interesting. In terms of the exterior, it's like every piece of it is super unique and interesting. Like all of these feel really interesting. The outside is maybe the one spot that's like a little chaotic, but it doesn't feel like the point because it's not built as like an exterior base. Like you kind of come up into it and you never really see the outside. So in terms of like, it almost feels like it's meant to be experienced from the inside of the base, and like the outside is just what it is to make the inside as insane as it is. But it's like so little of the outside is experienced that it doesn't even really, like normally I'm like, oh, maybe a little bit more detail here, but like at no point are you really ever seeing the outside of this. Build inside out. Yeah, and you can tell, and that's like part of the experience of the fun of it. And even like where you have done outside work, like I mean you get a little bit more of a perspective when you see it like this, which you just don't really see in game. Like this stuff is really fun. It's really cool. It creates like such a cool window vibe. Like it still works everywhere. So it's like it's not that it's bad on the exterior, it's just like it works because that's how you experience it from the inside. So it doesn't even really bother me. Like that's the one thing I can think of is like where I would upgrade a little bit is some of these exterior details. Just like maybe some of these get more interesting, build out on them a little bit. But you experience it from the inside, so it's not like it doesn't like take away from the effect. It doesn't feel like from what you can see of the exterior, it all works and is fun. It's chaos in its own sort of vibe at the end of the day. So it doesn't really need doesn't really need anything. I think that's where the one place I could tell you to work on a little bit, but it's also just fun at the end of the day. Like the windows with the dew collectors. Yeah, so it's like where you've worked on stuff that's exterior-ish, it does work really well. So I can't knock it too much, but like maybe an 8 on the exterior and material. Like the material use is insane too. So it's like I can't even really knock you on the material use. Because what you've done is use pieces in really unique ways, and you've just created like a fun house experience inside a base. So in that sense, like it just works really well. And the inside is the outside in a lot of these spaces. Like not everything is outside and inside, so it's kind of its own crazy, ridiculous thing to experience. Because like even in here, like maybe the floor here is something like work on the ceiling here to the level of what you've done in some of these spaces. It's like I don't have a problem with the rocks because they create interesting effects in other spaces. But like that's like maybe the only thing is like some of the spaces where you're outside. Because like these work and it hides some of the other effects. So you don't even really see the chaos that you're creating in other spaces. Like that's like the one space that I can kind of see on the outside that it's like I don't really mind. Like the walls don't really need anything. It is kind of chaotic, but it creates for fun other viewing moments. But maybe this one spot is where you could maybe work on the ceiling, and then if you feel the desire to make a pallet storage area a little crazier to match the vibe, like the floor does it, but maybe some of this space just a little here, like bump this out and maybe some interesting details there. But like it's a pallet storage area, so like it doesn't matter. Like it's hard to nitpick over a spot like that, but when you're building at this level, like I have to nitpick something, I guess. Like I have to find something to give you a little bit of advice on, but the rest of it is like chaotic fun. Yeah, chaotic build is very solid overall. Exactly, mono do blade. I hope I'm reading that right. Because like most of this doesn't feel like it's supposed to be experienced. It just kind of is like you can if you want. No biggie. Sounds good. Sounds good. Thank you. Yeah, like maybe work on these walls, maybe build them out and make some more interesting things for it if you want to keep building out in those directions. But since it's not really like a major part of the build, it doesn't really need. Like sometimes the exteriors feel like they need it. This one doesn't need the exterior. It's sort of a different vibe. Building inside to out kind of creates a different feeling overall, but I enjoy it. Going to build up here soon. This area is great. Just worry about those 2 wolf spiders. I don't think the wolf spiders bother you too much unless you get way down there. Like that one kind of roams there, but if you build up a little bit, it's not too bad. And then I don't know if the other one bugs you here necessarily. The structural piece of it and the insides and stuff work really well. Like it doesn't maybe start thinking is just another little thing, is like maybe start connecting this back down the kind of the way you have with the rest of this. Come and yell at you all the time. They are annoying. That is one negative of it. Like some of the structural pieces if you want to get into it, but I also kind of like that you just don't like some of when I talk about structural stuff, a lot of the times it's like this. Like this is one space where maybe the structure feels like it could be reconnected into the base a little bit. Like you could start bringing down some pieces and design them into this a little bit. But like the majority of it, the structure doesn't really, the way you've connected the whole thing, it doesn't really feel like it needs the structure that I speak on of a lot of bases, where it's like when you build on a flat space, it makes a big difference when you're like, you see a big floating overhang. But on this stuff, it's like, it doesn't really matter as much because you're not really viewing it. Like this works though. It's like, this feels legit. Maybe more details to like tie these things in, little things. I like the little bounce web thing here. This is sort of an interesting design that maybe could just be continued around it as something to do, something to add. But like the structurally building this piece into this looks nice. Again, it's really just like you could mess with structure here. It's an eyesore, but you got an idea for it. Perfect. I definitely wasn't worried by any means. But that is like the one thing is like the chaos that's happening inside starts reflecting a little bit by seeing these things. So maybe even like finding ways to tie these in a little bit more, like cage over it. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a perfect way to deal with it. I wouldn't really want to do anything else too crazy to anything. Because what I enjoy is that the inside sort of dictates the outside for the most part, so it works really well. Yeah, it seems like you've got, as if I wasn't worried about it, you have a crazy plan for everything, so it seems good. More to the base, blend in the mushroom bricks into the hinges, make it feel more natural. Yeah, that's about the only thing, is like tie these in a little bit to cage around it, make some interesting things, but don't block the views necessarily, because it's fun that these are windows. It's an interesting idea. I've been thinking about how to do these as well, or even just use the instead of the big ones, maybe just use the smaller ones so they don't stick out a full thing. Maybe that is enough to just do it. Make them like 2 smaller louvers with the small hatches, these ones, the quarter hatches. That could be a way to help them kind of not be seen quite as much. It just is a little more effort to open them, of course. But very small. Very small details. And yeah, like just little things like here. Like once you're out here, maybe work on these walls a little bit. But overall, so much of it is experienced in this like tight interior space that you don't notice a lot of that. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. Functionality, it functions as an amazing base. Like everything works, it's tight, everything seems like it's close enough to work. You have your pallet storage, you have your regular storage, like all of it's in a very useful space. So there's, again, like functionality wise, I don't really know if I would change anything on it. It's all in a nice space. The chest layouts are really nice. They're done very well. Everything's functionally looks like it's kind of tied into the base really well, which works very, very nicely. It's obviously working to build a crazy base that's this expensive material wise. It's fun. You're having a good time with like silly little things that are functional and good for the design. So I think it all works really, really well. Front cubes are going under those, like the front for sure. Okay. Like the staircase. Yeah, lots of interesting things. The theme and continuity, I mean, maybe that's one more thing, but it's also part of like your design style. Like it's chaos, so like the chaos of the inside I think works really well. The only thing is that when you're really chaotic inside, it tends to leave the chaos on the outside. But finding unique ways, like I like that the chaos sort of comes to points that make sense on the outside, so it all is like it's all heading in the right direction. So I'm still like not critiquing very much, because the chaos also creates the fun moments, and you found nice ways to use chaos inside to, like, again, like some of my favorite exterior details is like when you're standing here, you almost don't even see this like little magic forest moment, which is, it makes it really interesting, where it's like this is pure enchanted forest vibe for the ant hut, and you almost don't notice it at the same time. So I think that works. It all works really well. It's like the amount of chaos just works. Say maybe tying in some of the moments, but it seems like you're already working on a lot of that anyways. Just tying in some of the chaos that happens on the outside and these little moments, and you're like absolutely insane. Overall creativity, I have nothing to say on the creativity. Like it works so well. That's pure chaotic creativity. The ideas on the inside, the way the base is like you move through it is super creative. For a base that's not really built like on crazy different grids or anything, it's an insane amount of detail that you've added in a pretty small, tight-knit base. So there's very, very little that I can say. Like theming, continuity, like it's chaos, but like everything is kind of fun, similar, like a totally different approach to how Nato's base was built. A little bit more open, but like very fun, eclectic chaos at the same time, that it all just kind of works together. There's very little that I would say I would change because it's repeated really well throughout the whole base. Like, no, there's not one space that's like, ooh, this feels like it doesn't fit, where everything is random in its own way, but it all kind of adds to the overall detail. So, like, again, not really nothing I can say to say against anything. Like, just, yeah, everywhere there's just little details that are just really cool. Everything feels totally different, but all somehow feels like one well put together base at the same time, which is kind of insane. Still working with limited decoration build materials. More is for sure coming in the summer update. Yeah, and that's where it only gets even more chaotic. It's a lot of detail for how early on we are in this whole thing. The floors and are the grounded equivalent of doing marble flooring. Super expensive, but look completely unique too. Yeah, all around. The creativity, again, like, nothing to say. It's creative. Every piece of it is over designed, which is really fun to see. There's just like so many weird little designs that kind of all come together in unique ways. The ceilings, the floors. It's chaotic beauty throughout the whole thing. But yeah, I've got nothing to say on your creative side. Just very little things to just keep working on. Like, the only place I think that needs work, which you're already working on, is this area to tie it in to the rest of the chaos, and it's like perfection. And the potential is still like through the roof. You have so much room to work with, like out if you want to keep building. You can keep going like all these different directions from this area. And it makes for, I mean, even like your lamppost build that your roommate you said was making, it's like freaking awesome. It's gonna be really fun. Very excited to see where you go, but I have very few directions to give you because it's all really well done. I mean, you start off like this is the first thing you see. Like, this isn't insane. We've seen some details with these that, like, this is on another level of it, too. So many details, and no expense spare. You run down the bridge with the spider, water goes everywhere. It's fun. That's funny. Love that. What a name. Alright, we'll end it with this. To go is it too leggy? It's not falling. It's all landing in the top areas. Peter Spooter is a name for it. Nice. Had a feeling we'd get marbled pillars or flooring for grounded 1. Like we find those shiny marbles everywhere and it's just upgrading them and you run on them. I would be fine with that. It might just be because I'm on like a multiplayer thing. Base is awesome. Yeah, this was very, very cool. Well, that was insane. Clint, thank you. Thank you. All right. Wow. What a base. What a player, what a base. More storytelling. Medical team coming through. The doctors. Thank you, man. Well, you guys make these streams. Like, your awesome bases is what allows me to even do this. So, mushroom flooring in the next update. That would be nice. I wouldn't hate that. All right, we gotta grab some packs. One sec. Since we waited the whole stream, we'll just rip 2 packs, because I think we might call it after this. Save some bases for next week. All right, we'll rip a journey together first. Water, energy. Silicobra. Fungus. I don't know if there's a Snorlax. Daramaku. Noibat. Cloth. The Venecia. Something like that. Winkalone. That's a weird one. Professor's Research. Cramorant. And a Reshiram Hollow. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. The streak of tough pack openings continues. We getting Charizard on this poll? Unfortunately, no Charizard. This is a so first one was a Journey Together. Now we got a Surging Sparks. Glimora. Get closer. Oh, there you go. Wait, is that? Oh yeah, Snorlax. There you go, Ducky. Got Snorlax from Munset. Not a very good Snorlax, but Primate. Turtonator. A Taurus. You know nothing about Pokemon? No worries. Counter Gain. Just a fun thing we've been adding into the streams. Slack Off. Apple Turn. And, ooh, rough. Tapu Lele. The hits. They're not here tonight, but that's okay. That's okay. We got Ducky's Snorlax. I'm not ripping the most insane sets or anything for stream. It's just kind of extra stuff I got. But nothing too crazy. All right. Well, I think we're going to call it there. Save a couple bases. We only have one more. So I'm going to save the last one. Big Bad John. I'm going to save their base for next week. So hopefully we have enough for next week. Currently, we only will have 2 unless the Catman who had reached out shares their base and Sniper Monkey wants to do another Butterfly Kingdom tour. So I will reach out to them, but hopefully if we can get like 4 or 5 for next week, that might be enough to do it, especially if Impasta's Playground is a little bit longer and stuff. So that's the hope, but I appreciate you all hanging out with me tonight. Something fun for next stream. We have stream loots added to the stream now. So if you've never heard of stream loots, it's kind of following the whole Pokemon pack opening thing. You can buy packs for the stream and then play cards. You can check out the card collection on my stream loots if you go to that link. Fun way to just add a little bit more entertainment value to the stream for you guys. It adds little challenges, fun little things. You guys can mess with me. Add some comedic moments to the stream and stuff. People can buy packs and gift them to people. So even if you're not buying packs, it gives you guys, instead of just donating money to me, which I always feel a little bit goofy about, gives you guys some value back if you want to spend money and support the stream. No need to do it if you don't want to, but gives you guys a little bit of something to like gain value out of it. And more of the money goes to me than to Twitch and YouTube, which is also, I think, fun. So you guys aren't lining Jeff Bezos's pocket or Google's pocket as much. It's an 80-20 revenue split, and then it goes to 90-10 if I get partnered. So gives you guys more value, which I'm always looking to do. If you're willing to spend money on the stream, it gives you guys something back for it, which I think is fun. Also adds some really cool things that you guys get to play with, and you can mess with, like you can time out Ducky as one of the cards. So lots of funny things. But just adding more value to the stream for you guys, things you guys can interact with. If you're not part of our Discord, make sure to join the Discord. If you want to get your base toured and be part of next week's Tour Tuesday, reach out to me on Discord. You can just DM me your Xbox username, and I will get you added to the list. We do big, small, massive bases, whatever it is. Like, we'll take a look at it, and if you have playgrounds that you're working on, feel free to send those as well. I think it was fun messing around with Duckies. So it all becomes fun. So we can look at anything. The playgrounds were fun, as I was saying. And I'd like to toss some more of those in and kind of keep promoting playgrounds, because I think it's a cool function that needs more utilization in the long run. So I think it'll be cool to show off. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening, and I will be back tomorrow, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, working on my mega build, and then also Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time as well. and we will be having fun, testing out Streamloots, see what happens. But thank you, Josue, by the way, for the 20 gifted tonight. That was freaking insane. I don't think you're here anymore. But thank you, man. I cannot express how much that like means to the channel and how much that helps out. Since I always try to like add back to the channel and stuff, so it definitely helps me keep doing this. But thank you guys for all letting me view your bases. Couldn't do these tour nights without you guys. You guys are freaking awesome. The bases are freaking insane as always. I'm always blown away at how freaking awesome your guys' bases are. It's always insane. They're just not large or far from finished, but if you need a base, you can look around mine. Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, definitely want to keep doing them because I know you guys like them. So more bases, the better. But hope you guys have a great rest of your evening, and I will catch everybody tomorrow. Peace.